The stream is about to start. You're gonna be late. The stream's about to start. Get over here. Let's go. 90s MTG. The stream's about to come on. When the stream starts up, yo, we hop in the chat. MTG banding, highlights, messages, you better write back. Force of Phil dropping jokes, he funny, yo, your knees gon' get slapped. Lou and Neil got the skills to distill all the frills on the board for a proper attack. They jamming games in the city where Roland's deck is pimped in so pretty. Blackwater duels and Black Lotus on a playmat so glitzy. Dave Kaplan reps the merch. Dark Zero hypes the trains. Benucci commentates on all these crazy magic games. Playing cards, eating bagels, casting goblins, treating angels, glimpsing elves, tapping cradles, making constructs, brazen fables, casting curses, flicker, wisping, flipping delvers, Congo's mission, Grizzle brand as a reason from the graveyard. What's the chat's prediction? There's magic on the stream. Gather round, join the team. Troll like Thrawn, points are free. Score a bingo, feel at ease. Building decks, slinging spells like we did in the 90s. Richard Garfield to your magic as he intended. Let's all hop in. Playing Legacy on 90s MTG. We're feeling good, we believe in Chris Benucci. We're gonna play some paper magic on 90s MTG. Slinging spells like we're kids back in the 90s. 90s MTG with Chris Benucci. 90s MTG with Chris Benucci. 90s MTG with Chris Benucci. 90s MTG.
What's up, everybody? We are live. Welcome. Happy Wednesday, everybody. A treat in store for all of you today. Gamestoria 1K was over the weekend. $1,000 prize pool. Winner got a duel, sort of a thing. We had some of the best players in the New York City area competing, and I think we're in for a treat. If you've been in our Discord, which is up on your screen, you're aware of some of the stuff that has been going on, including the posting of some deck lists that went into the Decklist channel. Keith Masterflex has arrived. Scott, thank you for the resub. 24 months hit for Scott. A huge achievement for all of us. Thank you, Scott, one of our best people, a pillar of the 90s MTG community, as all of you already know. We are not going to spend much time chatting here. We're going to set up a poll for chat. I want to make sure, with a little bit of a time crunch today, that we get through as much of this as we can. Which match first to start off the stream? The options will be Grixis Delver versus Esper Control. Or on the other side of the room, we had Orzhov Midrange versus Miracles, or we could jump forward to round 2. It's up to you. Reanimator versus Cloudpost, or... Okay, well, we had another Grixis versus Esper, so we'll just leave the 3 options. 2 minutes to vote. Vote starts now. We had a little bit of a repeat matchup in the second round, so 3 options. Twitch chat votes now, and we will see what Twitch chat wants to watch to start us off. As those of you that have been hanging out with us for a while are aware, these polls are usually rigged, and that's something to watch out for. Harry Houdini has arrived. Rishiden Pizza is here, saying hello in the chat with some flames. Fire Design. The flames of Fire Design, folks. I haven't been seeing much complaints about Fire Design recently. Are we over it now? Are the people that complain on Twitter and Reddit over it now? Have we healed? Have we moved on? It was only like 10 years ago. All right, so pretty decisive poll so far, but people may try to swoop in and rig this thing. Audrey has arrived in the chat. Number 2 gifter leader badge. Very nice. Make sure your badges look nice in the chat. We have a lot going on today. Audrey, thank you for the resub. 14 months. Still here. Yep, still here. Little bit of time left on this poll. About 30 seconds. Scott says, are we going to get some matches by the savior of our format, Eldrazi? I think we'll see some Eldrazi on today's stream unless Twitch chat cancels all of it. There are some... Well, there's not a lot of Eldrazi in the queue, if I'm being honest, but there is some. There is some. So we'll see. Almost out of time on the poll. And 1230 Gaming contributed 1,400 channel points. Grixis versus Esper to start us off. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to jump forward to round 2. We do want to keep things moving along. We do have this matchup available. Actually, no. Okay. I take that back. Let's... I'm having trouble making my mind here a little bit. Let's do round 1 and dive in. I have a better idea for later. All right, competitive REL round 1. Audrey on the left with Esper, and on the right we have Roland with Grixis Delver.
Ready to go? Good. So,
Cracking a fetch to start the game, look like a polluted Delta.
only really played I never really played like Wizards.
Okay, a basic island and a ponder has been announced, so we'll wait for that to resolve on the edges of our seats. Keith Master Flex says, I think fire design is gone, and it's not universes beyond design. Very interesting. And Specchio has arrived in the chat, dropping some rotating bagels for us. Audrey's resolving a ponder. X-Grave, thank you for the resub. 20 months. And a hype train just started. I've been alerted.
Sure.
Okay, Roland taking a look at the top of his own library with Mishra's Bauble, maybe thinking about leaving it there or cracking this fetch to change the top of the deck. And Roland liked the card that was there, so we're drawing that.
He did. He won out. Yeah, with Eldrazi, right?
Yeah, we used to draft together.
Baleful Strix, folks. We don't see this card too much lately in Legacy. But maybe in response to all of the another blue-black creature, Psychic Frogs running around, Baleful Strix seeing some play. Bowlmaster on the decline, I would say. I know. It's on the watch list. You know, whatever.
Just trying to take it, trying to see how it feels. Play the base. One of the only base decks left. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Christmas says, were you invited for the early access of Bloomborough? No. And am I interested? I have no idea. I have no answer.
There was a time where this was.
Are they paying?
Everyone who hated it was wrong to do so.
That was the good guy.
How much are they paying for Bloomborough?
Never be the best.
For $50, I'll make a video about Bloomborough.
They made a even bigger bad guy.
All right, Delver drops in for Roland, and Baleful Strix still stands in the way, so this will be interesting. Roland has a wasteland. Audrey has nothing to waste at this point. Let's see if Audrey drops a non-basic. Well, it is a non-basic, but it's a flooded strand, so. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yep. 13.
I will cast
Keith Masterflex says 90s MTG continues to be highly corrupt, taking bribes to shill standard sets. Yeah, we're just very openly, transparently corrupt here on 90s MTG. We'll do anything for a buck. All right, Lightning Bolt revealed, Delver flips, so there's a way to fight past this Baleful Strix, potentially. We'll see if Audrey wants to fight over Baleful Strix with some counter magic if this bolt gets fired off. It looks like that's the plan.
Brainstorm.
Okay, a brainstorm first. Fair enough. Point is, this lightning bolt could be used to clear the way for insectile aberration. And Audrey making a point in the chat before, the Baleful Strix is pretty good at blocking Eldrazi. Worth pointing out. But yeah, Baleful Strix seeing a little bit of play recently. It had vanished from the Legacy metagame for a while after the release of Orcish Bowmaster, but we're seeing it pop up here and there. I am surprisingly not too surprised to see a Baleful Strix in play right now. All right, so I guess it's been announced that this Lightning Bolt is taking out the Strix. Strix down. Insectile Aberration will begin the attack. Audrey takes 3. And now Audrey takes 1 more with a paid life for Flooded Strand. Are we going to surveil? Undercity Sewers.
3, give the plus.
Four in hand now, yeah?
Yep.
Every freaking Legacy game now we have to surveil.
Don't leave it on the top. Place the brainstorm. Feel your ice on the pie.
Long goodbye on the Insectile Aberration. And it dies. Can't be countered. Okay, before the untap, Wasteland knocks out the Undercity Sewer. Brainstorm. Audrey says, I have more lands in hand, so I thought getting a Wasteland off the field so I can get a Tundra was fine, but I should be looking to get more and more lands in play. I'm very rusty with control lately. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can try and bait a Wasteland. All right, there's a Tundra found with the Flooded Strand. The Wasteland sometimes will hang back to respect lands, like, not in this particular matchup, but respect lands like Urza's Saga, or wait for a more valuable land to hit, wait to disrupt combo like Thespian Stage. But it can be reasonable usually to just like trim a land off your, blue-black control-based opponent's board, or especially like a Beanstalk deck if they're trying to leyline binding and all that fun stuff. The other concern is the possibility of Murktide trimming Audrey off a second blue mana, hoping he doesn't have another one to drop a Murktide. But here we see Tamiyo Inquisitive Scholar, the new card from MH3. Very... Hey, there's a Murktide for Roland. Speaking of Murktide, very important card in the current Legacy metagame is Tamiyo, I would say.
Doing all sorts of work for me.
Okay, so a 6/6 Murktide is on the stack. Force pitching Force from Audrey. Force back from Roland pitching Brainstorm. And it looks like Murktide 6/6 is in. Wasteland fired off on the Tundra, so Roland had another Wasteland. And we'll see if Audrey has an answer for this Murktide. I mean, a deck with black mana can kill Murktides, but we'll see.
It's a giant step, right?
Also, white mana, obviously, Swords to Plowshares can hit it. But we don't have white mana currently available. Alright, there's a Flooded Strand, so it could be a way to find white mana if needed. 2 cards in Audrey's hand. Not sure what they could be right now. Maybe... Well, it looks like one of them is a land. I gotta peek at that. Whoa. Alright. Life totals updated on the phone. One of them appears to be a land. Maybe another one is of Audrey's cards in hand is another Tameo? Is that possible? I couldn't get a good look at it.
This goes away, yeah. Yeah, I'll pass. Yeah, I'll go to good.
Okay, I was completely wrong. It's Orcish Bowmaster. Orc army comes in. Roland gets pinged. Roland will have a hard time cantripping for a little while, maybe. Murktide has swung, so Tameo can create a clue. Bowmaster and Orc army can also attack. I think everybody's being sent in here. Might as well. Audrey's at 7, though. There's a clue token bottom center, a little bit of glare. And there it is, folks, the Psychic Frog. The Psychic Frog. Wow. Ah, Roland had a force pitching Ponder. Psychic Frog down. So 6/6 Murktide remains. Audrey at 6. So this Flooded Strand now shut off. Here's Dragon's Ray's Channeler. I believe Roland has Delirium. I see land, artifact, creature, instant. Yeah.
I will.
Sure.
Okay, a Ponder for Audrey, looking for an answer to Murktide, most likely. Can't fetch, though. It's kind of difficult. And it looks like we're scooping it up. Murktide and Dragon's Rage Channeler are swinging for the kill on the following turn. Game 1 goes to Roland, the foil bug.
And then still with one more stack, I will.
So Audrey will be on the play for Game 2. The Baleful Strix is in hand. I see it. Tundra Pass. Let's see if Roland has Wastelands again. Yep, there's a Wasteland immediately. Cyclorian revealed in response. All right, so Audrey will be able to find a basic here, most likely. Nope, going for Underground Sea. Okay. Guess it depends what's in hand.
If
you didn't know you were, if you didn't have a second bubble in hand, would you have kept the Ponder on top?
If I did not have a no, because I only have one land. So my only land was Blue Delta. So I would think more land.
Okay, so
All right, on Underground Sea, we knew about. Roland will drop Dragon's Ray's Channeler. Brainstorm.
With that hand is if I get choked on mana.
yeah, if I just like wasteland you immediately.
Exactly. So like I don't want to be.
I think I spotted a Triumph of St. Catherine. Won't be able to miracle on the following turn. Pierre, thanks for the sub with Prime. 14 months. Appreciate that. So brainstorm in response, but no further reaction to Dragon's Rage Channeler. It's in there. Retro Frame. Very interesting. Nile Spellbomb for Audrey. Okay, that could be a way to prevent Murktides or shut off Delirium in a key moment.
I don't believe this hand is good.
I'm gonna cast both.
Are you keeping 7?
I'm keeping some.
Yeah. I'll go to 6.
Go to attack.
I think it was really close.
Pass.
I
I think also
will.
really close.
It would depend on like how I go back.
And based on my understanding of the
Uh-oh, Brainstorm getting responded to here, and Roland fetching up an Underground Sea. Is it a Bowmaster? Uh-oh. Well, it looks like a bunch of damage is getting accepted here. Bowmaster is in.
decidedly much better. I'm gonna jump it.
Yeah.
Orcish Bowmaster, you were just talking about as the stream was starting today, how it's on the decline a little bit, but you still do have to watch out. Audrey getting hit pretty hard here by a Bowmaster. Flashed in response to a Brainstorm. 4-4 Orc Army now for Roland. It's rough out there, folks.
I don't want to get that happen again. And then you'll specialize in
Play around second waste, draw go.
Laundry Basket says those are some darn aggressive Brainstorms. Yeah, I mean, 2024 Legacy, there are some aggressive Brainstorms getting thrown around, and the risk of Bowmaster a little bit lower than it was a couple of months ago. All right, force pitching Delver on a Swords. Scott just gifted 10 subs. Thank you, Scott. Really appreciate that. That's awesome. 246 now on the channel. Scott remains number 1 on our all-time gifters leaderboard. Thank you, Scott. Adding a whole bunch of new members to our community. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
repeat.
Yeah, you know the one.
That's awesome. Thank you. Okay, counterbalance for Roland. That could be a problem. Okay, we're waiting for Surveil. And Wasteland into the garbage.
Go to attack. 6. 6. 9.
The classic
Now an attack for 6, and Roland, Audrey's down to 9. Here's Triumphant Catherine off the top. This could be a pretty damn good blocker with lifelink. Counterbalance trigger needs to be Force of Will. It's an Underground Sea. That is not a Force of Will. Triumphant Catherine pretty damn good against Delver. It's getting forced though. Pitching Brainstorm. And now a Surveil for Roland as Triumphant Catherine is countered. Underground Sea into the trash. Down to 9 now is Audrey, it looks like. Now Spell Bomb getting cracked. Prevent Murktide. Shut off Delirium, potentially. DRCs can refill the graveyard pretty easily, but we're just going to see attack for 6. Audrey down to 3 in bolt range. Very scary.
I was
Whoa! Oh wait, yeah, that's what I was just about to say. So I'm at 4.
There's a lot to beat on the board here. Counterbalance, Bowmaster, Dragon's Rage Channeler, 4-4 Orc Army, 3 life. The possibility of a Lightning Bolt at some point. Okay, here's a Bowmaster for Audrey. Let's see if Counterbalance can hit it. Does Roland know the top of the deck? Not sure. Ponder revealed. This Bowmaster can ping either Bowmaster or DRC potentially, and then chump, and then block and trade with another creature. That's an option.
Shame. I did that as well.
Block.
The only thing that beats a bowmaster is another bowmaster, right, chat? Let's cry about it.
Draw your lightning bolts. 11. It is just a little bit of a desperation play, so it's like very far behind.
Anarchy Inducer, thank you for the resub. 49 months for Anarchy Inducer. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, I was yeah.
Okay, an Unholy Heat, Serval. Looks like it's being left on top. Now just a 1-1 Orc army remains. It has to chump the Orc army, and Audrey will go down to 2. And passing the turn. Audrey needs to get this Orc army out of the way. Found a land. We know Roland has a 1 on top, right? It's the Ponder still on top.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think?
You haven't put it on it.
Yet? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's on it, or put it on the side. But yeah, so the hand, so
I think I see a Baleful Strix. I think I saw a Brainstorm in Audrey's hand, which is not a great option at the moment.
frog, brainstorm.
So you're putting yourself in the control room. Yeah, I think.
I actually have no idea what the role of the Texas would be.
Okay, Baleful Strix not the worst. It's going to resolve. Audrey will get to draw a card and pass the turn. This isn't over yet. No doubt about it, Roland has the advantage currently, but it's not over. Turning on Delirium could be the end of the game. All right, Ponder Serval. This would be the 3rd type into the yard, I believe. Serval puts a land. What's in the yard currently? It looks like Unholy Heat, Flooded Strand, and I can't tell. Oh, it's an Orcish Bowmaster. So this would turn on Delirium.
2 fetches and try for Wasteland. If you show me the first Wasteland, I can go, okay. Delta, fetch basic, fetch island, cycle for sword.
Okay, so Delirium is on. Pyroblast on Baleful Strix. Baleful Strix down. The hand is revealed, and that is the match. Handshake. It is over. Roland gets it. Round 1 goes to Roland. GG's. GG's. Wow. Grixis Delver, everybody. Might be the best deck. Who knows? All right, let's set up another poll for the chat. Which match next? Twitch chat will vote round by round which matches we will watch, as usual. The options will be Reanimator versus Cloudpost, or Jeskai Control versus Grixis Delver. This is the Jeskai Energy deck. Or Breakfast versus Shadow. Two minutes. Get your votes in. All right, votes are coming in. It appears to all be working, so that's a good sign. Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not yet in our Discord. We also have a Patreon for those of you that want to join the family on there. And bookmark our TCG Player affiliate link. Use it to shop. Easy way to support the channel. Keep this thing going. And thank you everybody that's been using it. Okay. A lot of votes on this poll so far. People seem to want to rig this thing. We'll see how this turns out. We're either going to see a match from round 2 or round 3 here. Reanimator versus Cloudpost, Grixis, Grixis versus Jeskai Energy, or Breakfast versus Shadow. Those are the options currently being voted for in the chat. There's a poll happening in the chat. Harry is hoping for breakfast. Maybe we'll see some rigging from Harry. Keith Master Flex doesn't seem to give a damn, just dropping some bagels in the chat. Keith is just here for the ride. This is a little bit opening up a can of worms, but I mean, you can't walk 15 feet in the Legacy community online, right, without seeing somebody complaining about grief. Why was grief out for as long as it was? Came out in Modern Horizons 2. Reanimate was obviously out. Force of Will, Days, Wasteland. Atraxa came out after that, but very long time ago at this point. Why did the Rescaminator deck not really exist, for the most part, up until the beginning of this year? Does anybody have a take on that? What caused Rescaminator to become the top deck? Does anybody know? Wrong answers only. Jed, thank you for the resale with Prime. 3 months. Appreciate that. All right, Breakfast versus Shadow up next. Harry contributed 1,200 channel points. Thank you, Harry. Let's set this up. Just setting this up here. And we are diving in. All right, on the left side of your screen, we have Mario with Death Shadow. And on the right, we have Devin with Cephalid Breakfast. Getting ready to go. People referencing Troll and Bowmasters. Yeah, those did, I mean, sitting here right now, those came out quite a while ago, too. They did help the deck quite a bit. Force of Phil is here. Says White Plume Adventurer was on the Play Menace for a while. All right, we're underway. Flooded Strand, finding a basic island, and then Ponder. Is this just Rescaminator we're up against here? Okay, let's figure this out together. I had it marked down as Death Shadow, but I could be wrong. I did not play against Mario at this event. We may have gotten scammed. I don't know. I have Mario in the show notes as Death Shadow, so we'll see. All right, Ponder has wrapped up resolving. Let's see what Mario is up to. Looks like an Underground Sea is in hand. Flooded Strand. And passing the turn. Hedge Maze, Surveil. Cephalid Illusionist into the graveyard.
Is that fetch? Yeah.
Okay. someone's getting a phone call, we'll keep player volume low. Underground Sea getting found here. And maybe we're going to see an Entomb. Maybe we're going to see a Cycle. Who knows?
Let's have to cast Entomb.
All right, it's Entomb. So this is Reanimator after all. The notes for the stream were incorrect, which rarely happens, right, everybody? Rarely happens. All right, Force of Will, pitching Narcomoeba.
Alright, so okay. Troll.
Cycling Troll of Khazad-dûm. It's a different way of getting a creature into the yard in 2024 Legacy, finding a basic swamp, putting it on the battlefield. Reanimate the troll. There's the troll.
You're at 14? Yep. Okay.
Here it is, folks. The bird. I get dazed. See, if you rewind that and rewatch it a couple of times, you'll understand why Nadu isn't that crazy in Legacy. All right, Hedge Maze gets wasted. Attack for 6 with the troll.
Go.
Meticulous Archive. Surveil again. How many times are we going to surveil in this game? Oh, God. What about the play patterns? There's Cephalid Illusionist, one of the breakfast cards. We'll get the text up on the screen. The popularity of this breakfast deck has led to less and less questions from the comment section about what these cards do, but Cephalid Illusionist, the kind of preferred combo with Shuko or No Man's and Core, I would say, still at this point. Nadu definitely goes together with the in-cores and equipment with Shuko very nicely.
Go.
Yeah, I don't know about the octopus thing. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm unsatisfied. All right, here is Shaman In-Core, I believe it's called.
Cards you got now?
Sorry, give me a second. Read this. One damage.
I forget some of you didn't draft Stronghold. What a nightmare that set was, right?
It's already this.
Full of mistakes. All right, so Shaman and Core doing the breakfast thing. Milling here, 3 at a time. Shuko is thrown in the trash. Nothing else relevant so far. All right, we hit a Narcomoeba and a Cabal Therapy. Taking a pause to look at the hand. This could be over. Does it look like Mario has no idea what's going on? I think Mario knows what's going on. Okay, so Narcomoeba.
Force of negation.
Sacrificed. We're naming Force of Negation. The hand is not relevant. Daze, Psychic Frog, Wasteland, Troll, and maybe a Reanimate. All right, we're just going to reveal everything relevant here in the deck as the entire deck is milled. And all 3 cards will be sacrificed for Dread Return, which Mario can do close to nothing about, except cast a pointless, useless Daze. So game 1 goes to Devin. And there it is, folks, the Cephalid Breakfast. Wow. All right, a mulligan to 6 from Mario, who puts 1 card on the bottom, is on the play, plays a Polluted Delta, and passes the turn.
2. And that's for 2. Yes.
Hedge Maze, Serval. Puts a Flooded Strand in the yard. Polluted Delta is cracked. AP, thank you for the resub. 34 months for AP. Breakfast is the most important deck of the day. Well said. Well said. Wow. Undercity Sewer, Serval. Ponder. We are very much aware in 2024 Legacy how these breakfast decks can be disrupted by these reanimator decks. Obviously, you have Force of Will and Daze, but you also have Grief. Well, you also have Wasteland. But no discard spells have been fired off yet in this match.
You missed the damage, but it's alright.
Okay, Cycling Troll of Khazad-dûm. Maybe we're going to try it again. Troll of Khazad-dûm was reanimated last game, but it never had a chance to swing for a victory. And that was a... What was that? Oh, that was a Brainstorm.
Yeah, brainstorms are
Kind of threw me off because it was just placed directly into the graveyard. But a Brainstorm here from Mario, and 2 back on top. Pass the turn, and... All right, so we're probably going to see Devin Serval now, likely looking for the Meticulous Archive is my guess. Serval, everybody. What a mechanic. Let's just waste time looking at our top card of our decks. How does that sound? I'm looking at the top card of my deck. I'm having fun. Yeah, more like Borevel, yeah. Akalith with a bold statement, ban Serval lands. You know what? That took some bravery to write in the chat, but I love it. Yeah, next Power Creep land will be Serval, shuffle, Serval again, yeah. Yeah. Did we need a Monty Python set, chat? It's been bothering me.
Psychic Frog?
All right, Psychic Frog. One of the best creatures in the format now. It's getting swords. Delusional Kraut with a great design idea. When are we getting lands that add 1 to the storm count when they ETB? You know what? That might make Rad Storm Energy combo tier 1. By the way, what tier now is Doctor Who Dinosaur Stompy? Does anybody know? Can someone check their spreadsheet and let us know? So some cantripping happening here. Mario hopefully has a defensive hand at this point. Devin trying to figure out how to do what we did in game 1, which is to combo. AP asking the right questions. Where does Murktide fall on the storm scale? I mean, is Murktide still on the watch list? Can someone check the watch list and let us know? Monka just resubbed 51 months from Monka. Holy macaroni, says Monka. A huge resub. 51 months. Thank you, Monka. You know what's wrong with Murktide, right? The worst mechanic ever. Worse than stickers. Delve. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed the delve mechanic, right, everybody? Khans of Tarkir was a mistake. All right, Dothi Voidwalker. It's in. For anybody new around here, the joke is every Magic set was a mistake. Okay, we're explaining the joke. All right, there's Urza's Saga. Playing a lesser role in the breakfast decks these days, but it's still around. It could potentially find Shuko, which is interesting and exciting.
So he goes to graveyard. My turn? Go.
Real Bad Tech says, it's a conclusion to playing a format that Hasbro doesn't care about, to play a format that Hasbro doesn't. Breakfast is fun and absurdly convoluted in... pre-modern. Oh, God. All right. Animate Dead brings in a Troll of Khazad-dûm. It's in.
You have another card discard to skill me? Oh, yeah, you can undo it.
Oh, wait for Roland.
Okay, thank goodness. Put the aura underneath the creature. Come on, folks. Present the board very clearly and very correctly. Swords to Plowshares on Voidwalker. Voidwalker is getting protected here by Force Switching Brazen Bar. Pretty important at protecting against the breakfast combo to some extent. There is the possibility of Thassa's Oracle being in hand and being cast and whatever, but the Dread Return Narcomoeba stuff is shut off for sure. There's a Saga ticks up to 2. Scalding Tarn. These decks no longer are running step through to find Thassa's Oracle. Just saying that.
You seem like I'm a nice question. You know, a little wheeling and dealing things and stuff. You know, this is all you got? Good deck?
Okay, another cycle of a troll. I'm looking for a life total check. I apologize, everybody.
Really? Wait, you saw those parking? The NM ones? Oh, okay. Because I recently just went out of place. I'm like, I figured someone must have just like cashed out. Then I got the $3 charge flow. Yeah, the turn $6. So you're like the 6 man. That's like downside. I'm going to make one of it.
Yes, Devin's deck does have Nadu. All right, Petty Theft on the Troll. That'll resolve.
On the stack. So I'm going to choose the first. I'm going to exile this.
Okay, I had life totals wrong. I'm sorry about that. It's hard to keep track. Devin, I believe, is at 12. I don't think Mario has taken any damage yet.
He gets a trigger and then another trigger to copy itself.
Okay, we're floating a mana, then searching with Urza's Saga. There's Shuko. Force of Phil says, good thing Wizards of the Coast values the block mechanic. Yeah. Yeah. Savior, thank you for the reset with Prime 26 months. Thank you, Savior. Voidwalker still on the board, though, disrupting everything. Brazen Bar on an adventure, top center of your screen. There is a colorless mana floating. Cracking Scalding Tarn.
These are all like the Urza Saga and the Fetch Land are exiled.
Oh, yeah, this is exiled. The Saga should be exiled.
And the Scalding Tarn.
Yes.
Okay, correcting what's exiled with a void counter on it. Tropical Island. Are we about to see the bird?
If it draws.
What should I bring in against you?
Everything.
Do you have any advice?
There's the bird. Nadu Winged Wisdom is on the stack. Force of Will, pitching Force of Negation on Nadu. Devin's still thinking about it, but it looks like Nadu will be countered this time, and it will go in exile, but into Mario's exile zone. Okay. Ponder. And that will go also in Mario's exile zone. This is getting interesting.
At 18. Yeah, I'm at 11 or 8.
What zone is it in?
That's right.
Okay, Wasteland fired off on the trop. Voidwalker continues.
Sorry, I kicked 3. Yeah, I'm at 8. Yeah, yeah.
Raise and Borrow is on adventure, but stuck there for now. Ponder.
Filling up before you draw. I'm gonna make light.
Okay, we corrected the zones, but now Nadu's facing the wrong direction. What a mess. Yeah, thankfully the players have different colored sleeves. Great point. All right, Voidwalker continue to attack. Swords on the Voidwalker. All right, so that's some pretty good disruption now. No longer available for Mario. As Swords takes out the Voidwalker on end step. Here's Illusionist. Scary. Force of Phil calling for a ban of Dorothy Voidwalker. Very bold. Okay, we got everything the correct orientation now in exile. Looking through. Taking a look at Shuko.
So do 1 trigger.
Okay, 1 activation of Shuko leads to a Narcomoeba entering the battlefield. I'm gonna do it again. Nothing there. Do it again. Nothing of value there. Cabal Therapy now. We might pause for a second here. The order of everything being flipped so far working to Devin's favor, I guess. Not sure what Mario has left in hand, but we may be about to find out.
Flashbacks on surgical extraction.
Naming Surgical Extraction, Daze and Troll of Khazad-dûm are the only cards left. That's not going to do much, so we're just going to see Devin reveal the rest of the library, which will be milled. Showing that there are 3 creatures to sack for Dread Return and Thassa's Oracle. Win the game trigger. Devin gets it. GG's. Breakfast, everybody. It's breakfast time. Wow. Nadu, everybody. Yeah. All right, some of you are in an ad break. The rest of you will be waiting for our next poll. Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. We have a marketplace channel. We have a mail day channel. We have a bling channel. We have it all. We have it all. Check these out, by the way. That's pretty cool, right? A lot of bling getting dropped in the bling channel. All right. Let's set up another poll for the chat. We're going to try and keep things moving quickly on today's stream. We are on a little bit of a time restriction. Jeskai Control, Jeskai Energy Control versus Grixis Delver, or on the other side of the room, we had Grixis Delver versus Reanimator. Or we can do Grixis Delver versus Esper Control. We had that matchup earlier, but we had it multiple times in the queue. 2 minutes to vote. Get your votes in. If you are back from the ad break, there's a poll happening now in the chat. Jeskai Energy Control versus Grixis Delver versus Demir Reanimator, or Grixis Delver versus Esper Control. We had a lot of Delver in the room on Saturday at the Gamestoria 1K here in New York City. And, yeah. Oh, crap. I had the wrong round number up on the screen. It's so annoying. Oh, well. Nobody cares anyway. Whatever. All right, votes are coming in. People will try to rig this poll. About a minute left to vote. Use your channel points if you'd like to rig the poll to your favor. Looks like people are liking one of the options more than the others. I know, I'm not going myself, but I know there's an SEG in Baltimore coming up this weekend that some of the local friends are excited about. If you're going to SEG Baltimore and spot some 90s Magic logo t-shirts, make sure you say hello. Some of the players that you see frequently on stream are headed down there to compete in legacy events. I believe Modern as well or something. Maybe CEDH. I'm not sure. But yeah. Gothmog is in the chat. What's up, Gothmog? All right, almost out of time. What do we have? Looks like it's been decided. Jeskai versus Grixis. CE's 009 contributed 600 channel points. Let's do it. Whoops. Let's fix this. All right, diving in. This is from round 4. On the left, we have Grixis Delver. That would be Roland. And on the right, we have Jeskai Energy Control. Let's just put Jeskai Control. That would be Ryan. And a turn 1 Delver.
Okay.
I'll try this. So serious.
Is it brave? It's an interesting one. It's not.
Ponder resolving here on turn 1 for Ryan. Let's get these old life totals off the screen. Ponder shuffle.
Who knows what happened? Well, someone could have guessed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shit. I drew.
All right, let's see if this Delver flips. Roland's going to try to make that happen with a brainstorm on upkeep.
I'm
We're playing Commander. He started late.
Played my land and said go and realized I had 7 in hand.
Skip his first draw.
Rules. No! You store goers are idiots.
What are the chances? Yeah. I looked at 8 non-spells.
Honestly.
All right, Ponder revealed on top of the deck. Insectile Aberration. And we'll start attacking.
And
All right, passing the turn. Insectile Aberration will start taking chunks out of the life total, but these control decks can usually deal with that.
that's fine. Upkeep.
Random. Pick.
All right, so 2 energy now for Ryan. Tune the Narrative. I couldn't think of the name of the card. Was the 1 blue mana, draw a card, you get 2 energy. Instant from MH3.
That was what I wanted to put away. Honestly, I was like, man, like if this ever gets caught, like that would not be an issue. Okay.
We're going to just answer one. And Glimmer Pose.
All right, a Spell Pierce on Ponder. Don't see Spell Pierce much these days, but every once in a while, a Spell Pierce gets fired off and does its job.
I don't have any green right now, so that's interesting.
You can take any of those 3.
Yeah, this is not the pick.
You can take
It's getting dazed, though.
No, I don't.
You could take this, but I don't know. I mean, Color Screw Me is like
I'll take the.
probably the best choice.
Alright, 18.
All right, so now Roland's Ponder will resolve. Looks like Roland has found a Force of Will. Can't really tell what was in there. The energy being accumulated over on Ryan's side could eventually lead to a Wrath of the Skies. That's a payoff in this deck, being able to wipe the board of artifact, creatures, and enchantments.
Oh, wait, wait, wait.
Thank you.
All right, another Delver for Roland. With 2 basic islands on Ryan's side. Wrath of the Sky is at least 2 turns away. There's a Brainstorm.
Interesting. Interesante. That's weird. Full selects command, does a bunch of stuff, makes a bunch of guys. Exiles.
Okay, so moving into his own end step, Ryan casts a Dress Down. And that could potentially prevent the Delver from flipping here.
That could have been worse.
Okay, Force pitching Murktide on that. So Roland wants to flip this Delver into an Insectile Aberration. Life totals are correct now. Delver trigger. Force of Will revealed. All right, so Roland will start to swing for 6 now.
And I will pass
Roland also has a force of will to protect these insectile aberrations. Soul Guy Lantern.
Looted. Ponder. Combat.
Okay, removing Ponder, reduce the number of types in the yard for Delirium potentially. Sack Soul Guy to draw a card.
I will grab
Basic Mountain, pass to turn.
Oh, 19.
Dropping down to 1. Lightning Bolt revealed. That ends the game. All right, Roland takes game 1. Delver, still doing its thing.
I'll sack one of these guys and draw a card with Bobble.
King, trade, whatever.
Yep. 14, I draw. Okay.
This is round 4 of the Gamestoria 1K that took place over the weekend. Later rounds of the 5 rounds of Swiss start to get these winning in-ish matches. 1 card on the bottom for Ryan. Prismatic Vista pass. Cracking Polluted Delta is Roland.
That must be cool.
Play DRC.
This barely can play green.
Okay, Dragon's Rage Channeler was announced. Hydroblast announced for Ryan.
And then Planar Nexus can filter.
Looks like Roland has a daze to protect Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay, everything was done a little bit out of order there, but there was some shortcutting and some chatting, so both players appear to be on the same page as far as what is going on. DRC will remain. Hydroblast is countered. Roland's land went back to hand. And we're passing the turn. Oh, no, we're not passing the turn yet. Mishra's Bobble.
Okay.
Okay, putting a bolt into the yard. Gonna take a look. That looked like a basic plains, I think. Swords fired off on Dragon's Rage Channeler. Delirium was not on yet. Roland has Force of Will, it looks like, and can pitch either Brazen Borrower or Delver. Also holding 2 copies of Bolt. If a spell gets fired off here, we could see a Surveil too, which could turn on Delirium. All right, force pitching Brazen Borrower. That makes sense. Taking a look at the top. And a bolt into the yard. So all 4 bolts are accounted for, I think.
Delirium now? Not yet. Okay.
No Delirium yet. Instant land artifact in Roland's yard.
Attack for 1.
Okay, casting a Delver, then attacking for 1. There's Wrath of the Skies.
Spell trigger. Yep.
13.
You're good.
Passing.
It'll be countered by a daze.
I'll leave it on top.
2.
Excuse me, leaving it on top. Leaving it on top is Roland. I just messed up the audio for a second there. Sorry. Leaving it on top is Roland, with the daze Surveil. Attacking now for. Yeah, I don't believe Delirium is on yet.
Sure, and then the search happens. I'll say go.
We know Roland has bolts in hand. Ooh, Flage.
Sure, so I'm getting pinged. 12.
You gain 3 life with this. So I'll have double red, double
We're potentially going to see a lightning helix.
5 and then 5.
I'm at 9.
That resolves.
All right, it will resolve, and we will shoot Dragon's Rage Channeler.
Sure. Does it fizzle if it cannot target? I don't know. Yeah.
Judge.
Okay, it sounds like Roland's thinking about bolting his own Dragon's Rage Channeler here to prevent Ryan from gaining life, and I believe that would work.
Flash is coming in.
Flash enters the battlefield, trigger targeting DRC. If DRC is removed, do I still gain the life?
Is that in English?
Yep, it's I think I do.
I don't believe you do.
Yeah, because it's one target. Target two. Yeah. So, targeting this. If you kill the DRC, then I
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
Okay, checking in with the judge. We're going to bolt Dragon's Rage Channeler in response to Flage's ability, put a land into the graveyard, and Ryan will gain no life. Then Ryan will ponder. So a neat way to keep Ryan from gaining life, bolt your own creature. Yeah, the bolts are likely going to the face anyway, as Akalith points out in the chat, so that was a good play. Roland's hand now, I believe, Pyroblast, Bolt, and something else. Enough cards in the graveyard for Ryan, but not enough red mana right now to escape.
6.
A Wasteland could be huge here.
Not exactly a line of vulgar.
I will target. I guess you're going to draw 2. Yep.
Ryan down to 11. Another Dragon's Rage Channeler past the turn. A Wrath of the Skies could be pretty good here. There's Wrath of the Skies. Ouch. So that'll shut down the offense completely now. Dragon's Rage Channeler and Delver die.
Good. Go ahead.
3.
Sure, I'm at 6.
And now Flage will escape. This might be the first ever escape of Flage on 90s MTG. The trigger will resolve this time. Not much Roland will be able to do about it.
It's just Helix.
Yeah. Helix.
Helix.
Yeah, sounds good. 1, 2, 3. I have 1 card.
Flage will be really tough to race.
Damn it.
Okay, Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat takes it out.
3 Elvish.
Violent Outburst is better Uro. Yeah, is Uro still on the watch list? Does anybody know? Is it going to get banned?
I'm gonna like somehow lose this game. There you go. You can't. I can't take damage, but it's just.
Draw.
Gothmog says that Uro is on the watch this card not get banned list. Okay. So things have changed. I could have sworn Uro was on the watch list.
Waste drop.
Okay, wasting a Volk. There's 3 total cards in Ryan's graveyard, so it might be a little while before Flage tries to come back. Roland not able to make a second land drop, but looks like we just found one. Counterbalance.
With that on the stack, I'm gonna flash in Disruptor Flute.
Flash and Disruptor.
Pixie Needle with Flash.
I'll pass.
Sure. I'm gonna name Jason Michael. Jason resolves.
Your go.
Upkeep. This gets a trigger, so I'm gonna pay 2 mana.
Ponder now for Roland. R. Mayer says Psychic Frog is on the watch list. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Karn. 2 floating.
I'm at 19 and 18.
When I wake up in the morning first thing and when I'm falling asleep at night, all I can think about is the Legacy ban and restricted list. It's just It just is always on my mind.
Mystic Sanctuary? Sure.
No, I think 4/3 Lingus is still out there, violent. People still making those human knight tokens and taking the monarch, becoming the monarch. The monarch mechanic, right, everybody? What is that, from the unset?
Yeah.
Flooded Strand getting cracked. Ryan will find Mystic Sanctuary, putting Wrath of the Skies back on top. Wrath of the Skies could be a neat way to remove this counterbalance. I like Wrath of the Skies. This card is awesome.
Before she attacks,
Drop. Yep.
Hopefully it doesn't get put on the watch list.
I'm gonna all damage.
Alright, X is 2, counterbalance is destroyed. No extra energy left over.
You killed the first
You flipped the
guy
case, you know, you got it.
The first.
Yeah, you killed. Then you flashed this one in, so you took 1/1. So now you get 2. Oh, you're right. Yes. Okay, thank you. Yes. So he is 3.
Alright, a pawner for Roland. Looks like Roland find an underground sea. We might see the frog. Let's see. Roland's managing to hold off this flage still. The second red mana might not be available. Here's a brainstorm.
Wow, you got it. That's a tough loss.
Another Wrath of the Skies, Psychic Frog down.
I don't know if they can really do it like that.
I don't know how to
2 cards in hand for Ryan. Looks like we're going to see another Psychic Frog. Pass the turn.
I had both my titles just sitting in my hand.
Okay, so this Prismatic Vista could potentially find the basic mountain we saw earlier in this game. In this match. It's getting cracked. Yeah, Ryan hasn't putting more, investing more into the Wrath of the Skies for more energy. Twitch chat discussing that now. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna get fucking rocked.
All right, it looks like Flage has decided to escape again. It's hitting the stack now. Let's see if it resolves.
That's each time it attacks too. ETB attacks.
ETB and attack. We're gonna Lightning Helix, says Flage. How do you like that?
That's fine.
All right, we're gonna hit the frog. Roland's gonna have to discard 2 cards to save it. 3 damage, and Ryan will gain 3 life. Roland will gladly discard 2 cards. Looks like a Pyroblast, and I missed what the other card was, but oh, just Pyroblast and a Bolt. Okay. And in response to the second, it's getting Swords. So Psychic Frog is gone. Looks like Roland just drew a Murktide Regent. Plenty of stuff in the yard. Could survive a hit from Flage. Could be an interesting race.
Yeah, maybe I should have taken that. I guess I didn't realize you had to do that. I should have taken down the first card and just gotten something. What's he gonna do? Eat it.
8/8 Murktide, full size.
I was expecting more.
Yeah, the frog didn't survive, but now rolling with an 8/8 Murktide. All right, we're gonna deal the 3 damage to Murktide, and Ryan will gain 3 life, and Roland will not block. 8/8 Murktide versus Flage.
Swinging for 8.
I'll start with Once Upon a Time.
Yep, 3.
Okay, Roland's going to go down to 2, and Ryan could survive another hit. Here's 2 in the narrative. Draw a card, get 2 energy.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
This game is close. We know Roland is out of bolts. We've counted 4, I believe. Does Murktide just have to stay back on defense? Even that doesn't really help because Flage can just Lightning Helix Roland. Another Murktide could help, but I don't think we have one. Okay, we are going to game 3. Good match so far. Flage looking pretty good there. Roland will be on the play for game 3. And taking a look at the hands, resolving mulligans now. Okay, 1 card on the bottom for Ryan. Scalding Tarn, correct. Volcanic Island.
I have the one floating. How many cast Once Upon a Time?
And a Ponder for Roland. We saw in games 1 and 2 how good the Wrath of the Skies can be. Flage, kind of the MVP of game 2, I would say, for Ryan. Curious to see how much Wrath of the Skies and Flage, 2 new MH3 cards, affect game 3. Just a ponder and pass the turn.
I want to play so badly.
It's a lovely.
Psychic Frog. Tune the narrative.
I'm going to command for 7. I'm going to make 7 guys, and I'm going to...
Okay, draw a card, get 2 energy. Roland is fine with it all. There's the energy reserve card, very nice. 2 energy.
What's that called? Tune the narrative. Tune the narrative.
Resolving a ponder now. Might be trying to figure out how to clear this Psychic Frog off the battlefield as soon as possible. The people of the chat, the people of the YouTube comments are probably aware at this point how good Psychic Frog really is. I mean, being able to draw a card every time it hits your opponent, it really adds up to an enormous advantage if it left unchecked. And the fact that it can give itself flying makes it that much better at doing its job. They should have just gave it fear. Remember fear? Bring back fear.
Michael's spawn, I'm going to exile.
Alright, attacking with the frog. Take 1, draw a card. Brainstorm for Roland. The Force of Wills in hand could come in handy to protect this frog. Breck says, what's better, fear or menace? We know the answer is fear. Fear needs to be brought back in a big way. I think it should be a evergreen mechanic. Anarchy Inducer says frog should have gotten death touch, not flying. What about reach?
But
it's a frog. All right, counterbalance is on the board. Yeah, Anarchy Inducer says Wizard doesn't understand how frogs work. Yeah.
I'm going to 5, 6, crack one of these. Activate the eye.
I think you need 7.
So this is 3.
Okay, here's Wrath of the Skies. We have 2 energy in reserve, so this could be enough.
5.
Force pitching days.
12. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that.
That needed to be countered to protect Psychic Frog and counterbalance. So the 2 energy remain for Ryan to try again at a later time. But counterbalance and Psychic Frog remaining as well is bad news for Ryan.
Maybe some. Pretty safe.
Harry says the frog is too good.
Take 1. Second main.
Wander would have been better.
Yeah, I think at that point.
Tune the narratives. We're going to trigger counterbalance, reveal the Misty Rainforest. So tune the narrative will resolve. 4 energy now for Ryan.
That kind of hoses I'm very used to at least. I like it. Alright.
Anarchy Inducer says frog is next grief. Oh my goodness. What's the next Dreadheart Arcanist? That's what I want to know.
Going to surgical targeting.
Ooh, surgical on Wrath of the Skies. Roland is trying to get those out of the deck. Hand is revealed. Narset, Flage, Ponder, Prismatic Vista, and Mystic Sanctuary. And now Wrath of the Skies has been removed from the match, as this is game 3. Romario arrives in the chat. And, yeah. Narset Parter of Veils. That's gonna take a look. Roland has 2 frogs. The frogs do draw a card when they hit planeswalkers. Tune the narrative is found. I'm not really sure energy is going to play much of a role the rest of this game.
Do I name the Rainforest? No, I'm going to name Wasteland. Just take it. Yep. Boys or Surveil?
Pyroblast on Narset. Narset down. Okay, gonna hit and draw 2 cards. Looks like Roland's holding 2 bolts again.
Nexus. Make white. Sword of the Frog.
It's possible we'll see Flage on the following turn. Roland has enough cards in hand to discard and protect a frog. But as we saw earlier in this match, Flage can do a lot of damage. Gain a lot of life. Okay, I'm just going to ponder now. Okay, so Roland's going to respond to a ponder by fetching and Bowmaster, it sounds like, but there's a response to that of a brainstorm. Okay, Wasteland revealed by counterbalance. Brainstorm will resolve for Ryan, who's getting attacked in multiple ways at this point.
There was one that came through a month ago, and I was like, ooh,
Okay, managed to slip a swords past the defenses. Now Bowmaster has resolved. And now Ponder will resolve.
End of turn.
Not sure if a damage was missed there or a loss of life was missed, but I guess both players agree on the life totals. Adam says I had a Vans ad that I joined that definitely looks straight out of the 90s, so on theme with the channel. Very good. Very good.
Take 2 from the ring, 7 from the draw.
Cast Bowmaster. Sure.
Okay, now another Bowmaster. Orc Army will grow to a 3/3 and attacking for 5.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
Cards there? A bunch. 7.
Discard 1, 2.
Roland thinking about growing the frog and a discard a wasteland. So attack for 6 total, putting Ryan down to 6. Draw a card. Roland still has these bolts. This could be over. There's Bolt. Down to 3. Bolt. That is the match. Ryan scoops it up. Lightning Bolt, everybody. GG's. Roland gets that one. Don't go anywhere. 2-minute break. All right, everybody, I am back. Thanks for waiting up for me. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat, shall we? Which match next? Twitch chat will vote. Options will be Grixis Delver versus Reanimator, or Grixis Delver versus Esper Control, or Jeskai Control versus Grixis Delver. We had a lot of Delver. Or Breakfast, Cephalid Breakfast versus Grixis Delver. 2 minutes to vote. I know there's a lot of Delver. I know. 2 minutes to vote. Get your votes in. Discord is up on your screen. Join our Discord if you're not yet in our Discord. We do have a Patreon for those of you that want to take things a little bit further and join our family over on Patreon. All right, votes are coming in. People will try to rig the poll using channel points, so keep an eye out for that. Not a lot of votes so far. Not a lot of votes. Specchio says no Delver mirrors. Not yet. Not yet. Stay tuned. No, I don't think we have any Delver mirrors in the queue. But it seemed like when I looked around the room at this event, this is the Gamestoria 1K over the weekend, Delver was the deck to beat. You had to become prepared to beat Delver decks or you were going to have a hard time. There was a lot of Delver in the room. At least it felt that way. All right, about less than a minute to vote. Get your vote in. Close vote. People are trying to rig it with channel points. If it ends in a tie, someone will be deciding with decorated badges in the chat which match we will watch, so keep an eye on it. Almost out of time. Harry Houdini says when they ban Grief, Delver will be the deck. Possibly. Who knows? All right, we're out of time. Foster contributed 2,200 channel points. Grixis versus Reanimator is up next. Let's do it. Let's do it. Moving to the other side of the room of round 4, diving in.
I mulligan.
Or you could have just been choosing or you could have switched to Scam A or really top the chair.
And then, do you mind? Do you want to?
All right, on the left side of your screen is Jess Guy John Lee with Reanimator, and on the right is Grixis Delver. That would be Herman. The Elo bot, thank you for the resale with Prime, 5 months. Appreciate that.
And then I lost my couch. They were only like $9 on Amazon, but I'm just like, how do I keep losing this?
All right, a mull to 6 for Herman, it looks like. Still resolving mulligans here.
I am going
Yeah, this is a keep.
All right, 1 card on the bottom for Herman. Looks like we're ready to go. Underground Sea and Delver of Secrets and Mishra's Bauble. Killer combo. All right, target me. Then we're going to stack the triggers on upkeep to try to flip this Delver. And we are doing Delver. Okay. Wasn't sure what was pointed out there, but all right. Pyroblast revealed after the draw from Mishra's Bauble. Insect Elaboration quickly on the board. Taking it all the way out of the sleeve and all the way back into the sleeve. Herman with an interesting technique that I would never, ever do. All right, Ponder now. You know about a Pyroblast in hand. Pyroblast in the main, folks. Wow.
I mean, I actually was kind of surprised. I thought that like 1x, 2x would be useful, but honor injection would be great.
I'll keep this.
Sure.
I'll draw it.
Thanks. I'll do it.
Let's just go to.
Okay, Wasteland, gonna fire it off. John will respond with Entomb.
Play Saga. Trigger keep.
Saga's good.
My buy.
Yeah.
Here's Atraxa, the Grand Unifier. John with no lands in play, though.
Ponder. Oh, your C?
Cast Ponder. Wasteland with land.
Sure.
There you go.
Draw for turn?
Yep.
All right, let's see if we go for an Atraxa here.
Draw trigger.
Grief, pitching, Entomb. The hand is revealed. Brainstorm, Psychic Frog, and Dragon's Range Channeler were the unknown cards, so nothing to stop a reanimation of Atraxa if that's the plan. Going after Brainstorm. I like that choice.
Good to you.
Tap drop.
Yes.
All right, just passing the turn.
Not bad. I'd like to make it a ponder.
Found a ponder off the top. Not too bad. A wasteland could be decent here. Ponder shuffle. A force of will could also be decent.
Would first make a second token. Sure.
Don't know if John has more lands in hand.
Go ponder.
Yes.
Go.
EOT, I'm just gonna fetch.
Sure.
Okay, end step swamp cycle. Troll of Khazad-dûm. And find a basic swamp. So mana will not be an issue.
So I sold the trigger on this.
I see.
Okay, animate dead. Atraxa. Atraxa is in. We're going to take a look at the top 10 cards. Power Blast could potentially blow up Atraxa, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like Force of Wills are going to be available.
Let's go instant.
Wait, oh, this is the search.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go instant sorcery.
Okay.
Okay, so going for Entomb, Reanimate, Underground Sea, Psychic Frog.
And you've already played that return.
I've already played this in the return. So these will go on the bottom.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, skipping over Force of Will, putting everything else on the bottom.
I'll leave these out as well.
Yep. I'll put a lump for boots.
Potentially looking for. All right, well, maybe we found the red mana to cast this Power Blast. Let's see if that's the plan. I mean, it's gonna come right back most likely, but attacking for 3 when Insectile Aberration. John goes down to 11. This is a bit tight, but John's way ahead.
This one? This one? Flip blue.
I'll go to attack.
Yep.
Second name?
Yep.
All right, Entomb, looking for Archon of Cruelty, Reanimate it.
So I'll go to...
You go to 3 off of that, then you go to 6. And then I go to 16, you draw a card, so these 2.
So I'm going to tap for colorless. Colorless, 2 floating.
All right, so discarding Psychic Frog. Archon of Cruelty is on the board. It's not likely Herman will be able to beat this.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, various.
Okay, so it wasn't likely, but an Unholy Heat. All right, he gets Daze. The unexpected Unholy Heat, and it still wasn't good enough. All right, John gets game 1.
You get rid of it.
Herman will be on the play here in game 2. John was able to reanimate both Atraxa and Archon of Cruelty in game 1. Powerful stuff going on. Okay, turn 1 Delver once again. John seems to not care. John's more interested in the sleeves.
Expiration. I will cast if you have played.
All right, 2 baubles, so this Delver has a good chance of flipping, I guess.
In step, I'll look at myself. Then I will look at you. Okay. Put on tap. So I'm gonna stack it. Draw.
Okay, so gonna flip this Delver with a Power Blast on top. Now the 2 draws on upkeep. Power Blast is one of the draws. And then draw for turn. Insectile Aberration ready to go.
Sure. I like the non-boardless Portico. I really like these. I like Undercity Sewers as well. Like a lot of them. Nice.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Sure. Keep it up.
Sure.
I'll draw.
Yeah.
So on my turn, I will play one of these. Last one.
Sure.
Good.
Okay, Ponder Shuffle for Herman, who is still under threat of reanimated Atraxes and Archon of Cruelties and all that fun stuff. No sign of grief yet in this game.
What thing you don't on the stack?
Okay, an end step fetch. Will it be a Surveil land, or were you going to cast something?
If I go like the fun guy stuff, I can probably.
You've only played 2 lands, right? Wasteland and
I played a
Undercity Sewer Surveil.
Wait, you try to draw your removal, I'm trying to assemble another threat.
I'll name Flex. I will also play
Interesting.
No miracle flip.
guys for 1.
Huh?
No miracle flip.
No miracle flip.
Herman saying no miracle flip, referring to the Trax or Archon of Cruelty being on top of the library. All right, a Bowmaster going into the graveyard. That could get reanimated. I mean, that does happen sometimes. That is a Brainstorm. John is, uh-oh.
Look at this top card. This is Brainstorm. Has not touched my hand.
And he does not know the position of any other card in his library.
Yeah, this was. You
saw it?
Oh, it's a big
I saw it.
Exploration.
Shuffle.
Alright, it was in
So
this
set
order.
aside those 3 cards.
Yeah.
And then
So we can
shuffle
both confirm this is.
You know the order of anything else in your deck?
No.
That shows all.
No, this was Surveil.
Yeah.
And I would have drawn it anyways.
All right, a huge violation here by John. We may be seeing John go to jail, but a Brainstorm in the middle of resolving saw the 4th card and a shuffle is the fix.
Yeah, and Brainstorm, so.
I don't know, chat. That was really suspicious, you know.
No, I've definitely, I've more than on one occasion used Serum Vision as a preordain.
And then that will
Ponder as a Brainstorm.
Exactly. Put these back.
There you go.
What a situation. Yeah, the DCI will be investigating that.
Draw.
That might be it for John. That might be it.
Another Soul
All right, a Brainstorm here for Herman after the drama has come to an end. Herman swinging away with his Insectile Aberration, but still needs to figure out how to beat the potential scam reanimator stuff if that comes up. John with a lot of cards in hand right now, which is scary.
I'm at 17.
Yeah, you're 17. Yeah. Go ahead.
Draw.
Not bad.
I will play Saga Trigger.
5/5 Murktide. Murktide alert.
Yeah. Keep
End of turn, I'll put 2 counters on this thing. Turn. Draw. Trigger.
You got me for the life?
Yeah, I got it.
Pass.
I'll go to 18.
16.
16.
Yep.
John digs up a basic island with polluted delta. Undercity sewers wasted. 8 power on the board now for Herman. Which is relevant. I mean, at a certain point, your life total gets low enough, the reanimation stuff is off the table. And grief pitching Troll of Khazad-dûm. Herman reveals Brainstorm, Delver, Daze, Pyroblast. Pyroblast selected, it looks like.
So 1/1, right?
Psychic Frog.
Yep.
I'll daze your daze. The only way to beat a daze is to have a daze, right, chat?
Assignment, I will force a load up.
Sure, so I have to have 15.
I'm at 15, yeah.
I'll just play a...
The Nemesis set just had so many mistakes. Skulk said, is that Herman the nicest dressed man in Magic? It could be, but maybe, but probably not. Who knows?
Three Go.
Play Dark Depths, have no counters on it, I guess. Less than 1.
Psychic Frog stands in the way, I guess, of Murktide and Insectile Aberration. Brainstorm here for Herman. How many cards are in John's hand? Looks like 4.
Drop.
Okay, another Delver. Do we send in some attackers here?
Combat.
Yep. That result. Sure. I'm going to...
Just the 5/5 Murktide attacking. Offering an opportunity to discard the entire hand, maybe? Kill it? Tricky. Okay, John is going to jump the frog, give it flying. Going to block Murktide, discard 4 cards. Murktide down. 5/6 Psychic Frog will attack.
I'll trigger my Dark Depths to get +1.
Okay. Yeah, no box.
Giving it flying. No blocks. 5 damage gets in.
Very lucky. I had about like multi-stage 2 Force of Vigors, and I was lucky enough to get
Cycling a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Swamp Cycle. Finding Underground Sea. Looks like we passed the turn. Delver does not flip.
It's a lot better than the other one.
I like both, but yeah, I agree that I like this one a lot better.
Tip 4?
Yeah. So how is this meant to
So the question, how many Rapid Skies?
Okay, another Delver for Herman and a Dragon's Race Channeler. Okay, this is getting interesting.
Take your rank your Rapid Skies. Because you kill all my sagas, you kill all my everything.
This is going to be a tough call to attack here with the Psychic Frog. That is for sure.
What am I drawing?
That would just feel like I just do that right. Like I would.
The hero max? Yeah.
I was not gonna draw anything.
Are you hellbent?
I'm hellbent. I got nothing.
Herman is hellbent and says, I got nothing. Brainstorm for John.
My hand is just another brainstorm. Yeah, just 2 brainstorms.
Which is
What is on top of Herman's library, folks? Do we know? Herman does not have Delirium, it looks like. Land, instant creature in the yard.
But here's the thing, so like you have 5 mana.
I don't think it's possible for the Psychic Frog to attack right now.
So I was at 16.
You're at 11.
thought you would have 11.
You were. I was at 14. Because you,
well, I still wouldn't have died because I was actually equals 3. So 6.
Yeah.
3. Yeah, 9.
Okay, fetching Scalding Tarn, going down to 7.
A couple of turns, yeah. I guess all I'm going to say, I agree that.
It's like, because you're a Reason Borrower, like, you don't have to actually cast it for creatures. You can just be like,
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I mean, I don't think it made any sense.
Ponder now for John.
Especially in your deck, because that's like early on keeps you alive.
There's no guarantee that I'm aware of that these Delvers will flip. Herman can crack a Misty Rainforest in between to try and flip one of them that after one doesn't flip, let's say. Or Roland, Herman could draw a card that can then be cast to gain Delirium. There's a couple of factors here.
The concern is like if you're against a deck like...
There's just no way the Psychic Frog can attack.
Yeah.
But even then, like, they don't always have...
It looks like we're going for it.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, it's not always good against them.
Basically face up.
But I understand what you're saying. I think that you're...
I'm gonna go attack.
I think that
Sure.
you're essentially correct.
I used to play
Any effects before blockers?
Oh, yeah.
Like from 2014 to 2017.
Also, like Terminus and stuff.
Okay, giving Herman the chance to consider blocking. Herman's going to take that chance. Chump block, okay?
I think that's interesting. I just want one or two more.
Okay, fetching now. Underground Sea. Okay. Deck is a little bit thinner. Maybe Delvers will be more likely to flip. Let's see.
So you have 3 rounds total.
Let's see.
3 rounds total. And now the...
No flip. That didn't really work. All right, well, going down to 5. Taking 5, rather. Going down to 2.
So maybe I should just be running more...
Herman with 1 card in hand.
Especially not this deck, like other matches with lots of zero casting stuff, like X equals 0 wrath.
I don't even know what I could get.
Kills everything, that meltdown would kill anything.
Might be drawn.
Yeah, for X. It's one more mana and it's double.
Realistically, the 1 versus 2 doesn't really matter.
Not just, no.
Because your mana base is very isolated against like...
Looks like John's thinking about growing the frog by 2. Only draw 1 card either way. All right. Gonna scoop it up. Game 2 goes to Herman.
Good job. Merfolk with a full trident.
So like 4-2.
Moving on to Game 3. So John will be on the play. Looks like John immediately took a mulligan after taking a glance at that hand for 1 second. Let's see what Herman thinks.
I am like all these other people got laid off who are American citizens and skill set. Yeah. Like, why would I hire someone? They have cost more money.
But some of them don't look like New York because they have to pay New York salary.
Oh, so this, I guess for your role, it doesn't really matter where you are.
Herman has kept 7. John resolving a mulligan. On the play is John in Game 3. Round 4 of 5 of the Swiss. Most likely deciding matches for who will make top 8. Or who will remain alive for top 8, I should say. No guarantees with a win here, I think. Alright, so Brainstorm. At least not necessarily. Alright, Island pass.
A little more solid sounds in your CG. Because you more government. Right.
It's a lot more, like, I think that a lot of it is based on just the...
That is a Brainstorm for John. And getting a little bit of a glimpse at both hands here. It looks like that Pyroblast is back in Herman's hand again. Can't really tell what John is holding right now.
It is money.
And it's always funny because like the first time I saw it, I was like, wait, what? You're telling me that this little widget you manufactured, you're the #1 supplier for 25 years, contractually obligated, like at this surprised grow it. Like I've never seen that before. It's crazy.
It's very inefficient and it's unfortunate because like we were talking to like a company who were like we want to use like
Grief pitching grief.
you're like
The government said like you have to use
you have to use this and you're like okay well no one like no one like they're like we can only develop using
something that's also you were using something more cutting edge. You're like you use like dinosaur stuff.
which they're like we're just trying to track that all the way. It's like
All right, Flooded Strand getting cracked in response. We may see Herman cast a Brainstorm here. A Daze wouldn't be so bad.
I definitely like my mother's a first generation immigrant, but when she came here it was different. When she came 35 years ago, she worked, that was easy. Now it's like these are really smart people, like really capable, like grade A people. One of them got played.
I don't think I see a Daze in Herman's hand. I'm not sure.
I mean, again, total outsider. So the point is very business line. So there's like the consulting aspect and the tech aspect.
consulting there is well no the tech is
Okay, so you're
or
Okay, Grief will resolve. Dragon's Rage Channeler, Underground Sea, Flooded Strand, Polluted Delta, Scalding Tarn, Double Psychic Frog. Summer 2024 Legacy, you'll occasionally see a Psychic Frog taken out of hand and then reanimated on the opponent's side. Psychic Frog is pretty damn good.
like I remember like McKinsey in my
Alright, we're gonna take a frog.
like McKinsey.
And then a Wasteland on the Volk. Alright, not too bad. Most likely Herman will try to deploy this Dragon's Rage Channeler now.
work them hard for like 3 years and then a lot of them like no call it
Right.
which is different which is interesting.
There it is, folks. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Modern Horizons, right, everybody?
I'm curious how you would handle this. So I have a cousin. She came from China. She's 14 years old. So she's fine, but she didn't go home. But her dad's a doctor. So she got really good.
Okay, so a Psychic Frog for John. Didn't need to steal one out of the graveyard yet.
It's actually surprising. Does you just do not
We might see a battle of the frogs here in Game 3. Mishra's Bauble, surveil a land into the yard. Who's getting bobbled?
Science and like yeah.
Two cards in John's hand.
Surveil. In the graveyard.
partially because
Pyroblast, not too bad. Mr. Rainforest into the yard. Frog down.
Target myself.
top it's like between 90 and 100.
That will make me 1, 2, 3,
My first entry level position was 132.
Alright, gets in a clean attack with Dragon's Rage Channeler after eliminating Psychic Frog. And Herman draws a card on upkeep.
It's like 90 to 100.
But you said that was 3 years ago, so probably
That was 3 years ago.
now.
Now I think it's a lot harder to find a job in tech as a just straight from that.
3.
I don't think it's impossible, but I think it's a lot harder. I don't know about really I just haven't been looking. And I have not
That is another Brainstorm for John. There's a Psychic Frog sitting in Herman's hand on the right side of your screen. There's Psychic Frogs in the graveyards for both players. Grief is also in the graveyard, which could be interesting.
not a lot of people.
Reanimate Grief, take the other frog could be a play that we see. Okay, cracking a Polluted Delta now.
Like if you're undergrad, just straight up says math bachelor's.
That's what she
And I think because then at that point people are like, okay, she's basically just
a wizard, a math wizard.
Yeah, like she's fine. Like like she'll be okay.
Ponder shuffle. Looking for stuff. Not finding stuff. Where's the stuff?
Yeah, some of the models are fairly predatory, but it's what I did.
All right, drawing a card off that ponder and gesturing to pass. All right, so Herman will get to untap and probably cast this frog.
And then they take it out of your face.
Frog is in, attacking for 3. Pretty good for Herman. Cracking that flooded strand now. 2 unknown cards in Herman's hand.
Someone just paid by the program. Right. It was like 20.
And one of them was a second Dragon's Rage Channeler. So now Herman has quite a clock. 7 power on the board. Herman does have Delirium. And at least Scalding Tarn in hand to be thrown away to the frog. John needs quite a bit. Okay, Entomb. Okay. Could be starting to piece this together. Tracks a Grand Unifier into the yard.
I told them like I'm not going down that road. They all thought it was like a last trigger. What's wrong with you? You know, Herman doesn't give a shit about money. I don't know either. They're like, what are you doing? You're like,
Teaching is fun. I enjoy teaching. I think that it's very fulfilling. I really like working with students.
John running low on time at 13 life. A 2-card hand for both players. John just plays a land and passes. This could be a hard hit.
And I mean, he's lifestyle because I guess he's doing it forever, but he's also like makes all the money on his side.
Okay, as expected, discarding the extra fetch. 8 damage coming in. Down to 5, draw off the frog. Looks like Herman's holding another frog in hand as well. And another Dragon's Rage Channeler. Alright, fetching down to 4, and John is basically on the last turn now. If Herman wins this, put this in your spreadsheet, folks. Grief was cast in this game by John, so a win here would be unexpected and huge. Undercity Sewer Surveil. Once that grief was fired off, we all thought this game was over. We were wrong. Exciting stuff going on. Surveil.
Yeah.
Days into the yard, don't need that. What is on top? 2 lands in hand. That is the match. Handshake. Herman gets it. Grief beaten. Incredible. Wow. GG's. Good match. Let's set up another poll for the chat, shall we? I'm going to keep things moving along quickly here. Which match next? The options will be Breakfast versus Grixis Delver, or Jeskai Control versus Grixis Delver, or Grixis Delver versus Esper Control. Not a wide variety of options, but we have options. 2 minutes to vote. Poll starts now. Real Bad Tech says, I just got off the phone with Dr. Cox. Grief is off the watch list. Everyone, thank you. Thank you for the update. The watch list now has Murktide Regent, Uro, Up the Beanstalk, and Bowmaster, last I checked. I haven't checked my watch list in a while. All right, votes are coming in. People will try to rig this thing, so keep an eye out for that. Thanks to Nadu Winged Wisdom, Cephalid Breakfast now a top deck in the format. Or, yeah, I would say the breakfast decks are a top deck in the format. And people enjoying breakfast after what seemed like a long time for me hosting this channel. Breakfast was just a deck that did not get a lot of love from the chat in the comment section. over on YouTube. But breakfast now gets a lot of clicks. I put a Nadu on the thumbnail, and people go crazy. They go crazy. Scott says, so cards that are kind of irrelevant now. Got it. Exactly, Scott. Scott keeps track of the watch list very carefully, as all of you know. Let's see what's going on in the Discord. Not really sure what's going on. Can we just have Raghavan back? Oh. Give us Raghavan back. All right. J Hobbs contributed 400 channel points. Breakfast versus Grixis is up next. Let's set this up. All right, diving in. We're moving on to top 4.
I'm good with this.
So not only do you have someone else's cooties in you, and then you prove it with it.
All right, we're underway. This is top 4. Devin Riley on the left, Roland Chang on the right. Breakfast versus Grixis Delver. And Delver.
Zero. This is the first. So start with Decklists. You guys see me topple over. That's what happened.
Heard my voice in the background, so we'll be on the lookout for that. Delver on the board for Roland. Cracking a fetch now is Devin, who's rocking a 90s Magic tee. It looked beautiful, actually. Devin was telling me he was walking down the street and people said, "Hey, nice shirt." Really made his day.
Yeah. You know when like you're in the subway.
Basic Island.
You don't want to know what this is.
This is top 4 of the Gamestoria 1K that took place over the weekend here in New York City. I was eliminated by this point, so I don't know. Can't win them all. Mr. Arch, thank you for the resub. 17 months. Unbanned Deathrite Shaman. You cowards.
You're gonna go.
Says Mr. Arch.
You're gonna go home, and when you get home, you'll be like,
say,
I have to chill.
Yeah.
small ball and Tamio can be a bit odd.
It's like 85 degrees.
You're eating walk on hubs, like.
Exactly. So like those cards that fall off, like you're not putting a ton of pressure. But I guess Tamio is a different type of pressure.
Yeah, but like, you're not always gonna have brainstorms.
Yeah.
This guy's so.
Your last Chris.
All right, passing the turn. Let's see if this Delver flips. It does not.
I just feel so gross.
The Cephalid Breakfast deck is running Nadu Winged Wisdom. Deck lists from this event are posted in our Discord server, so if you're curious about the breakfast list, it is posted there. Be on the lookout for that. Roland's list as well. All right, a volcanic island for Roland.
You don't know what we
The hell do you Yeah. I think it looks like a former super
All right, and a Dragon's Rays channeler, so things are happening. Ponder, Surveil.
Yeah, but I drew 3 lands. Slightly less fat.
Yeah, Scalding Tarns and Breakfast, very interesting.
What's that? We have 3 programs here.
We're separated. Appreciate it. Great. This is posters of people on the road that we did not know if it was an army or bandits.
I tried looking at it, I was like, Skyfall.
Devin's deck very much retro framed out. Very interesting.
That's why I'm asking.
What about borderless?
I'm sure there'll be something to try. At least one.
Maybe reanimating some mouse mice?
I mean, if I played Cephalid Breakfast, it would be all Surge foil, personally. Moses says, I am also wearing my 90s Magic shirt. Thank you for picking up a shirt. Thank you for wearing it. I'm sure it looks nice.
Specifically,
I still want to pick up Talon.
I'm going to.
Okay, Mishra's Bauble Surveil. This Mishra's Bauble could potentially help flip this Delver into Insectile Aberration. All right, just going to take a look now. Cephalid Illusionist, it looks like, was on top of the deck.
Until it becomes part of the meta.
I got the first one. I was not expecting the second one.
Yeah, they're running 2.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I haven't run into it yet. Just like phase out your fingers.
Maybe a Surveil and Meticulous Archive Surveil. Exciting.
So it's like you can really get
How much of my life is wasted surveilling now, Chad?
And then sometimes they just play a sorcery speed and then somehow.
It's like 20 minutes an event now of surveilling. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'll be
we'll see if the player casts.
The games.
I guess I'm just
Thinking about the surveil.
But to
For my turn?
Okay, remember the Mishra's Bauble trigger, drew the card. The card was left on top with surveil. What does Devin have in store for us? Looks like Roland's holding at least a Force of Will, I believe.
Welcome to 3 of you.
Okay, Teferi Time Raveler. Force pitching Murktide. Surveil.
Still not finding a Doomsday?
Oh.
We'll escort Morgan anywhere.
Unholy Heat revealed. Insectile Aberration on the board now. Do we have Delirium? It looks like Delirium is on, so this will be 6 power.
Attack for 6.
6? Puts me to 11.
1 green. Like this one. So, you want to reveal the innkeeper?
Okay, Wasteland goes after Meticulous Archive. That makes sense.
Just this second. Let's say I randomly parse these guys up.
Another Dragon's Race Channeler. Okay, okay. So 9 power on the board now. It's going to be a fast clock. With a Lightning Bolt, the game could end in the next turn. What does Devin have?
The innkeeper from certain death. Could just put your hand back over.
Currently cut off a white. I think I still see a fetch land in hand.
Okay.
Nadu wouldn't be so bad if it's available. Misty Rainforest, cracking it.
Okay, visit to the temple then. If he used to like pledge himself to the god of justice to assist our group in doing things.
Okay, going for a Tundra, so no Nadu coming this turn.
The most common play pattern, take up the farm and get killed. Okay. You learn that the gatekeeper is he's concerned with one green.
Okay, Cephalid Illusionist and Nomads and Core. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
No responses, so rolling with the guard down, and it looks like this game is stolen here by the combo. Cephalid Illusionist, Nomads and Core, milling the entire deck. Narcomoeba's entering. And then Dread Return for Thassa's Oracle is the plan.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll show you all this, but I'm going to therapy targeting myself and Thassa's Oracle and sack 3 to Dread Return.
you have the wastelands, but
Okay, so Thassa's Oracle was in hand. Cabal Therapy target myself. Put Thassa's Oracle into the graveyard. Nadu and Orum's Chant revealed as the other cards in hand. Roland has no responses whatsoever. And it looks like we're just looking through the deck, and the game has ended.
So if you go to the temple, you find out from Father Rico that
All right, game 1 goes to Devin. Breakfast combo.
I can battle Tamios.
So Roland will be on the play for game 2, and some sideboard cards could potentially make a difference here. Roland will be on the play. Ready to go. Both players kept 7. Dragon's Rage Channeler.
Okay. Alright, that, Lotus Petal,
Yes, Tamio is a different idea. Everyone forgets. Because, like, imagine I'm here to tell you.
is that the idea?
Yeah, you just get
That was an
Yeah.
I think it's the 12.
The other problems I had major lanes, right?
So, Lotus Petal,
Swords will deal with Delta, but not
I'll pass.
target.
Okay, just a land and a pass. Harmless.
Take responsibility for it.
Kind of looked like Roland had that first game, but the breakfast combo was just slammed onto the board and ended the game. Roland might be a little bit better prepared with some sideboard cards in game 2, but that does happen sometimes. They just have the combo and you ran out of disruption and it's over. Dragon's Rage Channeler surveilled into the graveyard. Ponder resolving now.
Match in the game I won on the board.
I think I'll just can't.
I mean, we could try, but probably mostly via spellcasting.
All right, another fetch for Roland. Getting a Volk.
Right, yeah. In the imagination of the village, this young woman is being eaten by the standing stone.
That makes green.
Bolt targeting you, Surveil trigger.
Okay, Bolt you, Surveil. Might be trying to speed up towards a Murktide.
I mean, but it might be something that
I'll leave it on top.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, left it on top.
Just look at it here. Oh, sorry, did you right?
All right, we're about to see a surveil, most likely here. End step, fetch.
So that was all.
We'll keep it under the house.
Because I'm thinking I can draw it to like an artifact and
My characters will try and face the east.
Sure.
Okay, no surveil this time. We saved a few minutes. Mr. Rainforest. I actually like the surveil lines. I'm just messing around, folks. Don't worry. All right, so brainstorm for Devin. Sometimes I take it too far.
Quietly.
Yeah, so there's a small third yes, brings from there.
For anybody new around here, my opinions expressed on this channel are probably not even my real opinions, so you figure it out.
And he tells you a little bit about that in the ages past, Savage Divine,
All right, cracking Misty Rainforest. What are we looking for? Tundra? Is the removal spell getting fired off here? Prismatic Ending? Yeah, Prismatic Ending on the DRC.
I'll go to
Can it be injured Monday?
Devin at 13 life. Okay, so a daze on the Prismatic Ending. But I was going to say Devin can afford to take a few more hits on Dragon's Rage Channeler. But got it off the... Attempted to get it off the board. But got countered by daze.
You walk down. Yes, that was.
But maybe clearing a daze from hand. All right, a Wasteland from Roland. Could disrupt quite a bit. 3 power attack comes in from Dragon's Rage Channeler. We do have Delirium.
Right.
So then you want to spend plus 2. Yes, right.
So I would have to pay 2.
Yes. Right here. Sure. It's not a line you see often, but yeah, it works.
Going to surgical, targeting brainstorm, surveil trigger.
Surveil trigger's good.
Surgical on Brainstorm Surveil. Force a will into the yard with Surveil.
That's the hands.
Okay, so the hand is revealed. Shuko, Polluted Delta, looks like Narcomoeba. Ponder, another Shuko, and a Source of Plowshares. So Brainstorm has been surgicaled successfully. Interesting.
Well,
I wish right now I could see what's in Roland's hand. I think there was a Ponder still in hand for Roland.
no, then you could. I could grab
It is quite valuable to know exactly what's in Devin's hand right now, though. I believe the third card down is a Narcomoeba. Could be wrong. It's really hard to tell. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, that is a Narcomoeba under the Shuko. Alright, so cracking this Polluted Delta. Maybe gonna try and hit this Dragon's Rage Channeler with swords this turn. It's possible we just ponder here. Alright, swords first. Dragon's Rage Channeler is removed.
How you play
sense of like reanimate the main creature and block. This is not the way. Okay.
Now a ponder. That's going to resolve. Known cards in hand: double Shuko and Narcomoeba. Sometimes you see a Narcomoeba equipped with double Shuko go the whole way in a match against Breakfast. Could happen.
Dude, I need 2 stifles. If I ever want to this deck is stupid, it needs to be that. And I'm serious, I'll get that.
That's all I'm
And its abilities can't be switched.
Okay, Urza's Saga. That complicates things a bit. Constructs could start getting created, potentially. That's an option. Shuko, number 1. Protect the second from Meltdown. Slam this Narcomoeba, why not? I dig it.
Equip it.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Devin wasn't sure. I mean, I wasn't sure either if the Narcomoeba resolved. It was in there, and it became equipped with Shuko, and now Mishra's Bauble.
Oh, I think if you've been reanimated with Forcible, which is not weak, but
Take a look at the top card of the deck. Has a chance to shuffle here with Misty Rainforest. If that card wasn't what we need. The Narcomoeba is now a 2/1. Could start attacking potentially, and Devin can start making constructs. It's an option that's available. And things could get out of hand. Okay, plays the second Shuko now. Equip. Attack for 3.
I thought I got the confrontation there.
I was thinking like, oh, you know, what if they had like another crop rotation or something to like block me from killing this?
I thought because like my sequencing was specifically because if I make.
Okay, Power Blast hits the Narcomoeba, so we won't be seeing it attack for lethal in this game. A double equipped with Shuko, maybe. Urza's Saga could start making constructs as soon as the end of this turn.
That is such a good line.
So if let's say I waited or I made the bid, you say okay, response here, 2020 trigger.
So this approval increases did not have any.
You have to lay the void token.
Well, it's a bit of a nombo with what he's got going on.
Okay, Roland digs up an Underground Sea. Will it be the frog?
Or Devin, aggressive Delver, Roland, Central Breakfast.
That doesn't make
It is the frog. Psychic Frog is on the board. It's in.
Is a good matchup. Assuming they don't just turn to me with tokens. Because that deck does have the potential to just be like, or chance or turn 2 I want.
Okay, end step Devin will make a construct. There is a construct. Passing the turn.
What do you think?
There's the Saga's entering the 3rd chapter. Will we make another construct? Looks like that's the plan. There's another construct. There's a Saga pops. We're going to search the library.
But 350 card that allowed.
Maybe it'll be Pip-Boy 3000.
Like green black card reanimation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on my land.
I think it's going to be Pip-Boy. It's going to be Pip-Boy 3000. Watch.
I'm getting nothing.
Okay.
Oh, it's going to be nothing. Okay.
As far as I know. As far as I know.
18.
How many cards in here?
I really thought it was going to be Pip-Boy. All right, so 4/4 constructs. Nothing found where there was a Saga. Going to equip the the older one with 2 Shuko, so it can attack for 6.
12. Move over to the other one.
Change the equipment over. LH with a great question. Has there ever been a search for Pip-Boy on live stream? Maybe. Maybe. You know how much these legacy players have thoroughly tested the Fallout set. Meticulous Archive surveils a hedge maze into the yard. Here's Nomads and Core.
It's gonna have 4 trolls, they gave me the swap.
Even when you're under.
Yeah. Which is what?
Your problem.
I'm gonna name 10 years back.
Pass the turn. So, Nomads and Core, 2 constructs.
But the deck runs really well on 16, right?
Day says these tokens that are smaller than cards are tilting me. Oh, man. That was fun.
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, I can double with trolls, I can right?
That's how I play against Dawson game 1. I get the hand with 2 wastelands, troll, and...
Alright, Roland thinking about jumping the frog, it looks like. Frog is going up in the air. We'll fly over these blockers. Draw Roland a card. Devin's at 9. Attacking. Devin goes to 8. Roland will draw.
Second main.
Like a 6-3, so you could at least bolt it. There, I think that'd be fine.
Color spread for you.
So basically you can't.
Yeah.
And like if something happens, like I'll take one, just like
And
let's get another one.
as soon as you
Brainstorm will resolve. Looks like only 1 card left in Devin's hand. Devin with 2 4/4 constructs, one of them double equipped with Shukos, and a Nomads and Core. So that's just 11. Another artifact, if there is one, could end the game.
it shows right there.
As it stands right now. Yeah, I believe Devin does have Orum's Chant in the list. Devin's list is posted in our Discord server, as well as Roland's.
Yeah, it is D.
Instead, I will activate a strong mark.
Take one.
Tap, take 1, down to 15.
If they don't, it's good, yeah.
Nomads and Core ability is relevant here. Alright, fetching here is Roland. And that it can be saved from a lightning bolt. Or a Bowmaster or whatever.
Alright,
Okay, another Psychic Frog. Okay. Not sure how many cards are in Roland's hand, but...
Like what I try to do is use attacking with 2 months. Oh, sure. And I went for crossbow.
Okay, it looks like 2 cards in Roland's hand. I could be wrong. 1 card in Devin's. Devin draws for turn.
That's fine. It's not the.
Sure. Don't add strength or agility to bow attacks, correct?
No, 2 points. I brainstormed
And the other 2 are just attacking.
6 power construct and a 4 power construct. They're both 4/4s. One is double equipped with Shuko. 2 cards confirmed in Roland's hand. 2 cards in Devin's hand. Roland's at 11. Okay, we're gonna double equip Nomads and Core. I think I like this. The redirect ability from Nomads and Core will be relevant. Or could be relevant, as we pointed out. All right, swinging with everybody.
Those are 4/4s.
2 4/4 constructs and a 3/1 nomads and core.
All right.
Specchio asking the right questions. Are these DCI approved construct tokens? They are not, unfortunately. And this match will be flagged for review.
I want to know, like, how to put some chili crab. Yeah.
All right.
Hooray! From the ashes, I don't know what that part does.
That's pretty strong. How many bases?
I'll do something. It's better than nothing.
Glimmer post. I'm gonna gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's fine.
21.
So currently this is currently a 3/1.
This is a 3-1.
3/1, so it will die if I do this.
9. Exile this Elvish Spirit God. Cast. Okay.
Oh, I'm so curious to know what's in Roland's hand. What's the plan here? Okay, the tap Psychic Frog is irrelevant. Looks like Psychic Frog's gonna block the Nomads and Core. Okay. Do we just make it survive combat? Discarding a Delver, discarding a Power Blast. Goes up to a 3/4, so it will survive. Nomads and Core are gonna redirect.
Here, and then next 2
Signs would be even more ghastly. I think you should consider, if you're not stifling your own stuff, sign it.
That is the old
Well, no.
Maybe the other card.
damage.
Well, yeah, it's
So-
Quietly share. Yeah, I have a bunch of copies if you want some. I don't get it. I mean, okay.
So the damage is next damage that
Yours is going to do 3 to mine, which is going to be directed to my 4/4s.
Okay. So doing that 3 times to these guys.
1 to this one, 2 to that one, because it's 3 altogether.
So then I'm taking 8.
You're at 3.
Okay, so no creatures will die in combat. Nomads and Core does its redirecting thing, and Roland takes 8 from the constructs. Roland Hellbent now. Ooh, another copy of Urza's Saga. Uh-oh.
Okay, the person made that.
Am I taking 11?
I looked at the free slot. I'm like, what's that? I don't want to deal with that.
Sure. How much am I taking?
I
11.
always talk about it, I always talk about how I get scammed, so I made the list always made to be pretty good person. And treat plans. What is it?
It's all the same.
This one.
Sure. So you,
Walkers up.
2 Psychic Frogs. Only 1 card in hand. Roland's at 3, so as you can see on the current board. All right, attack with both frogs. This might be desperate, looking for Meltdown. If it's in there.
Draw 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's got like a legacy tournament for like.
Oh my god.
Yeah, discard and draw Bolt was an option. That's true. I forgot one of the Psychic Frogs has 3 power. I just missed that die was sitting on there. What did Roland draw?
move to good.
Maybe missed a line to discard, draw Bolt. Oh, Bolt was drawn. Oh man. Unless that was the 1 card in hand, we don't know. We don't know. GG's, what a match. Good games. Good games. Yeah, we don't know if Bolt was the card that was in hand. That's the only thing. Oh man. What an ending. All right, don't go anywhere. 2 minutes, then we're going to watch the other top 4 match, and then we'll watch the finals. Quick break. All right, we're just going to dive back in. Top 4 match on the other side of the room that was happening while the match we were just watching was happening. On the left side of your screen, we have Lands. That would be David. And on the right, we have Reanimator. That would be Matthew. So this is the other top 4 match. Thank you, everybody that stuck with us through the break. Winner of this will go on to the finals to play against Devin, who we just saw beat Roland. Again, that match was happening while this one was happening. So we're taking a look at what was going on the other side of the room now. Hands are getting drawn.
Yeah.
I'll keep.
I'll keep. Good.
Okay, both players have kept 7. We are ready to go. Ponder, turn 1 for Matthew.
Cool art.
It's the Doctor Who one. It was the cheapest one when I was getting into Legacy, so
Might as well. Cool. Like it.
Doctor Who Ponder is what the players are discussing. I like the Doctor Who Ponder a lot, actually. I think it looks really cool.
I'm still not even quite sure what the prize structure is. Like, there's a Savannah in first place and something else second place. I have no clue.
I thought it was like you get to pick 2 out of.
Okay, players are playing in the top 4 and have no idea what the prizes are, it seems, which is interesting. All right, so Ponder is about to resolve. We're doing a shuffle.
Restructure it.
Oh, good. I didn't know what's going on. I just wanted to get back in the game a little bit.
That's fair.
I like it. Just keep winning. Worry about what you're winning later, maybe.
Sit back like this. Cool. Draw.
I go. Yep.
All right, so Ponder resolves. Mox Diamond.
I will discard a Maze.
Discarding Mazavith. Urza Saga.
I was ill prepared. I got off playing late last night. So. It was on stack.
Sylvan Library. Okay, we don't see that card much these days, but it is getting forced. Pitching Ponder.
Always find your side. Sure.
Okay, pretty good Wasteland here. Knocks out Saga. Pass the turn. Good start to the game for Matthew, I would say.
Take a rocket.
Yep.
Life from the Loam. Saga and Mazavith will go to hand. Life from the Loam will go to the graveyard.
Well, it's not like I'm playing a brainstorm deck, so good.
Next up, I'll cycle, get a basic swamp.
Yep, sure.
Okay, cycling Troll of Khazad-dûm on end step. Finding a basic swamp. Reanimation of Troll of Khazad-dûm is interesting, but there is a Mazavith and a Loam up and running, so... Yeah.
The deck that's gonna waste early up.
Got you.
And the gate closes guard.
This is pretty cool deck. Enjoyed playing it online.
Yeah, it's fun. I was gonna play Grixis Delver, but I just forgot to bring the cards. Sure.
Psychic Frog is in. Okay. Mazavith could deal with that also. Or hold it off. The land drop is going to be Ghost Quarter, targeting basic island. Okay. Okay. This is getting interesting. Strip mine action.
Exploration.
And an exploration. And I guess you drop Mazavith here?
Oh, it's fine. It'll be fine. I'll play Mox. Yep. I will discard this. Yep. I'll play a Maze.
Okay, so played another Mox Diamond. Wasteland on Mazavith is getting responded to with a crop rotation, sacking the Mazavith. Find another Mazavith. That's a concession. Game 1 goes to David.
It's not exactly convincing.
They can't really play a functional game with this.
So now Matthew will be on the play. Lost a game to some prison-y lands stuff in Game 1. Life from the Loam was online. We're going to start seeing Saga come in. There was an exploration on the board. It was looking pretty bad for Matthew.
What the hell are these hands? Jesus.
the wildest thing at Eternal Weekend?
But it's getting dark, and he doesn't think you're up to no good here.
All right, players trying to figure out whether they keep these hands or not.
Thank you, kind sir. Sure, we mean you no harm. And
I'll tell you later. Like, it's if you have a certain type of hand, it's outrageously good. If you don't have that hand, it doesn't do anything.
Welcome, free.
Eternal Weekend, in one of the side events, I was playing Doomsday at the time versus lands. They won with 3, not finding any lands until like 3.
Right.
I kept a 5-card hand that was decent, you know, it had like cantrips and force.
Sure.
We got to me getting halfway through my deck, still not finding a Doomsday.
Oh.
And they won with Construct Beasts, so I was just like, oh, okay. Well,
I can tell you, as like a lands player, like Doomsday is my worst. I hate that. Like, it's an awful matchup. Like, you cannot, like, unless you have that kind of weird stuff, like, I can't win.
I mean,
Okay. So a multi 5 here for David as players share stories about stuff that happened that was very interesting. 2 cards. 2 cards. I cracked myself up. All right. 2 cards going on the bottom. It looks like we're keeping 5. I'm Cross this year, says first time watching on Twitch. Welcome to the real show. Polluted Delta pass.
Just this.
Like Raucous?
Yep.
Let's.
Vexing Bauble. There it is, folks. The Vexing Bauble. All right. Swamp Cycling Troll of Khazad-dûm.
Then less shuffling and
the good old shortcut.
Actually, let's read the Innkeeper's Daughter from Certain Death. Should we hand her back over here?
basic swap.
Yes. Or should we just have her high?
There.
Okay.
Okay, we have found a basic swamp.
4 cards in?
Yeah. Sacrifice. Right.
Good thing I did not keep that 6 land hand. Like that 6 would have not gone well.
We'll pay attention to the temple then.
This card's good design also. I'm always deceptively good.
Big fan of the ball.
Also, if I can sacrifice, like gives it like other types of play, which is nice. Yep. You gotta see it in your hand.
Yep. I'll play it.
Okay, Deathy Voidwalker. That disrupts the loam stuff for now. Vexing Bauble is on the battlefield, so Grief, Force of Will, stuff like that. Currently shut off. Here's a Sylvan Library.
Three.
3 cards in hand for David.
Play Wasteland.
Sure.
Move to combat?
Yeah. I'll go to 17.
In 2.
Sure.
Okay, now an Entomb for Matthew. It's going to be fine. I can't quite see. It looks like Swords, Urza's Saga, and another card are in David's hand. Archon of Cruelty going into the graveyard and getting reanimated immediately.
So I'll go to 14.
Life from the Loam, discarded, put into Void.
Right, exactly. Yeah. We'll gladly go pay attention.
And after I draw this card, I'll pass this.
Yep, perfect.
Wasteland knocks out the Savannah as well. Pretty good turn there for Matthew. Sylvan Library now will do its thing. Matthew needs quite a bit. Archon of Cruelty pretty good at breaking through the defenses despite cards like Maze of Ith or Caracas. Can't bounce it.
Swords.
But there's Swords. Which we knew about, but the players obviously don't know each other's hands. All right, there's a Saga. Pass the turn.
I'll Wasteland the Saga.
Where would we find this champion? And besides,
Wasteland on the Saga. It's gone.
Sorry, I'm thinking about crack this.
Thinking about using the mana to crack Vexing Bauble now.
Armor weapon maker in town.
I'll crack draw a card.
So, will let you know if I find a champion of quality. I feel that I myself is not quite.
Sylvan Library trigger resolving here.
I suppose I could.
Not going well for me.
If the circumstances require enough, surely another could be found standing as
Put them in. Gonna play this.
Yep.
Gonna play a expedition map.
Yep.
Okay, expedition map, pass the turn. Could potentially find something interesting. All right, Dudley Voidwalker number 2, attack.
So can I look at the cards next now? Forward. Up best.
There would be another ritual required to consecrate this weapon to service of law.
Upkeep. Practice.
Yep.
Okay, upkeep, sacking the expedition map.
Yeah, you've got this game most likely, but I'll try my best. It's just good
Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. As you can see, Matthew can pay. Sylvan Library.
How much sin is in this town?
I'm not quite sure what that is, but not good. I'm going to take this one. Play Tabernacle pass.
Upkeep, pay 2.
Yeah.
Okay, the Tabernacle triggers will be paid for. And the Voidwalkers will live on. Okay, it looks like David has scooped it up.
I'll go first.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Moving on to game 3. Rancid Wind, thank you for the resub. 25 months. Appreciate that. Made it in time for the top 4. Yep. This is game 3 of the top 4 now. Lands will be on the play, which could get interesting with expiration and stuff like that, or Vexing Bauble. Keith Masterflex says, wonder if the land pick should have been Maze. Possibly. Possibly.
It's not a bad matchup.
Okay. Expiration?
Expiration, force pitching ponder. I like forcing expiration. That card is really powerful.
Yes.
Strike pass.
You can still volunteer to defend the town, but just keep it on the down.
No one has to know except you.
Right. Yes. Yes.
I got your mind. Yep. Expiration? Yep.
Okay. An exploration will hit after all, playing Dark Depths. And Yavamaya allows the Dark Depths to tap for green.
Good.
And step, fetch Underground Sea, cycle for another one.
Okay, so fetching Underground Sea, swamp cycling for another one, says Matthew on end step. Looks like it's going so fast, but Maze of Ith, Loam, and Beseiju appear to be the cards in hand for David.
Right, yeah.
So you got UC and then 4 of the cards I don't know.
Imagination of the village, this young woman is being eaten over at the standing stone. That's what's happening.
Troll of Khazad-dûm being reanimated here, if that does happen, is not the end of the world, given the hand.
In response.
Okay, Dudley Voidwalker. In response, Beseiju a land. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, but it might be something that would at least distract.
So Beseiju will be in the graveyard before Dudley Voidwalker is on the battlefield, so it's not exiled. The hand now is Loam and Maze of Ith, I believe.
You said in response to the deck.
Oh, sorry. You're right. Never mind. You already cut me. Oh, yeah. Good.
This is my deck.
Oh, sorry. Long day.
Okay, that was funny.
I'm gonna.
My characters will, try and face the east. Because everybody's gonna know.
You cut me already. That's my deck.
Grief pitching.
Oh, somebody clip that. All right, grief pitching something. The hand is revealed and life in the loam is exiled. It was a troll of Khazad-dûm. So Maze of Ith revealed in hand now. Play the Maze of Ith.
Yeah, so there's there's a small third floor. He brings
Play this. I will brainstorm. Put these two back.
Sure.
Fetch for basic swamp.
Okay, you're 18.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, another Delthy Voidwalker is in. Maze of Ith will be used, I guess. Remove a counter from Dark Depths. Not sure why Dark Depths has a 3 on it. Should have 8 counters on it at this point, I believe.
How many cards in hand?
1.
Okay. I will play the Savannah.
Yep.
I'm just going to let you. No.
Oh, yeah, please.
and you also know that the hound heals enemies during the day, and he's back in
Pass.
Move to combat?
Oh, 1. Yeah. So I'll take 3.
Yep.
I'll go to 17.
I'll pass to you.
Yep. I'll go to 8. Draw card.
Yep.
Pass.
I don't expect complete victory.
I don't get the die on Dark Depths thing, but apparently now it has 8 counters on it.
Yes, exactly.
During combat.
All right. Well, we're not completely screwed.
Crop rotation.
Reputation.
Okay, crop rotation during attacks is going to resolve.
Blue. I'm gonna try to daze this.
Alright.
I'll pay with the maze.
Let's go take a look.
Okay, paying for days with the maze. Crop rotation happening now.
These are right here.
That's your first spell of the turn. So then you want to spell cost 2 unfortunate
I would have to pay 2.
who are
Okay, found Thespian stage.
right here in the not a line you see often, but in the church. And the house
I'll take 6. I'll go to 11.
I'm confused by the timing of everything, but
Sure.
we're moving along.
And sure, make it 20.
Going down to 11,
Still on the turn.
and
with,
now Thespian stage making a Dark Depths. It gets petty thefted immediately.
That's frustrating. Did you have? I guess you had the whole game. So draw a card. These are all gone. Tell me after the game if you had that the entire game. That's frustrating. Alright, these are all exiled. Yep.
Complicated. This seems like it wouldn't be like holy to my
Okay.
cleric. It seems like it would be totally holy to my cleric. Let me see if I
Hey, Harbinger of the Seas?
influence it.
Ooh, Harbinger of the Seas gets the scoop. That is the match. Matthew gets it. GG's. Seemed like the I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but the crop rotation into to make Thespian stage there, make Dark Depths. I mean, I guess you try to make Marrowlage there. Anyway, I'm not sure. Let's set up for the finals, folks. We're going to watch the finals now. Let's just dive right in. There was a lot to break down in that last match, but we're a little bit crunched for time, so we're just going to dive in. Okay, diving in.
Same way.
Give this a whirl, I guess. See what happens.
All right, this is the finals. On the left side of your screen is Devin rejoining us with Cephalid Breakfast, and on the right is Matthew with Reanimator. We just saw both of these players win their top 4 matches, so no surprise who's here. Accolade says, I think it makes sense to do on his turn to play around Crop Rot or at Matthew's end of turn to surprise him, but in combat was a little weird. That was my thinking as well. It was for that and to make sure my Dothies were tapped. Play around Wasteland. I guess to play around Wasteland, yeah. But did Matthew already play a land that turn? I can't even remember. It doesn't really matter. There was a petty theft anyway. It all worked out in the end. And the Harbinger of the Seas was the nail in the coffin, so to speak.
Chris, did you start this?
Yeah.
All right, this is the finals of the Gamestoria 1K that took place over the weekend. Devin Riley on the left, Matthew on the right. Looks like we're almost ready to go. Resolving mulligans now. And maybe for some reason... Okay. 1 card on the bottom. Ready to go. Flooded Strand. Ponder.
Oh, nice. Next morning.
Oh, cool. That's good.
The party wakes up just before the.
I think you guys.
I love these Doctor Who Ponders. They're pretty cool.
Or should we show up and make a big show?
Ponder result?
We're gonna go to this burial mound and just
Kelly? Oh, well, that is, I didn't know that.
Maybe I dropped it.
Deck lists from the top 8 of this event are posted in our Discord server. If you're interested in Devin or Matthew's list, go join our Discord server. Flooded Strand for Devin. Not much else going on at the moment. Cycling Troll of Khazad-dûm. Kiltoric, thank you for the sub with Prime. Appreciate that.
Undercity Sewers.
Undercity Sewers is found.
creature down with his
right now it's tough.
but he's usually started him.
It looks like a reanimate on Troll is on the stack. Kiltoric says, hey, finally caught a live stream. Thank you for being here. I assume you found us on TikTok.
Please give us any information.
And then I was like,
We don't have TikTok. Force of Will, pitching, Narcomoeba. It's countered.
19.
That's it. Yes. But I only have a limited amount.
How much would you go to lend
How much money did they want?
Meticulous Archive, Serval. Ethnograph, thank you for the sub with Prime and a 1-year badge now. Thank you, Ethnograph. Appreciate that. Whenever people hit the 1 year, I feel excited. You did it.
Oh my god. Yeah. Holy shit, that's live fun.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah.
That's my boss, like the counterparty and.
Shout out to everybody out there with 1-year badges, 2-year badges. We got people with 4-year badges. There's something about being a member for years at a time. I find it very motivating and humbling, quite honestly. Thank you, everybody that's been supporting, keeping this thing going. Your memberships matter. Thank you.
I like honestly.
Great question from Ms. Thy Best. Is that you and the subscribers GIF? Yes, that is me. That is me. All right, cracking another fetch. Likely looking for Hedge Maze to surveil once again, I guess.
Best of luck.
Harry Houdini says, I can't believe it's been 2 years for me. You know what, Harry? It feels like you've been with us forever. It's believable for me. Harry Houdini, one of our best people. Look at the badges. Hedge maze surveil happening. Yeah, I look quite different from myself as a kid, mostly because I had hair as a kid. I think more than anything, but yeah, the little images that pop up are of me. All right, Teferi Time Raveler on the stack. It's getting dazed.
I'm gonna use the black for Entomb.
Ooh, Entomb.
I know exactly.
Entomb will resolve. Are there any playables in Bloomburrow? There's some interesting stuff in Bloomburrow. Off the top of my head, I don't remember the name of some of the cards, but there was some stuff from the main set, some stuff from the Commander set. Probably worth testing in Legacy. And we'll see.
You picked up a C, right?
Yeah.
I do like limited though.
Animate dead, targeting Atraxa.
Animate dead, targeting Atraxa. Force pitching Teferi. Force back, pitching Brainstorm. Okay, so, I mean, if you're watching this and taking notes, we let Entomb resolve, went after Animate dead.
No cards before this, right? No. I know I'm supposed to reveal them. I'm just going to put them in the pile of their...
Unsure how much that really mattered since Matthew had Force, but Atraxa is going to hit here.
Land, instant, sorcery.
All right, so Wasteland is the only... Oh, no, there's 2 lands there. Psychic Frog will most likely be taken. It's the only creature. Ah, Death says I drew the blue card for Force there. That's Matthew in the chat. So maybe Devin should have gone after Entomb with Force of Will. It's always easier in hindsight with this stuff. So, Reanimate, Wasteland, Psychic Frog, and Force now in hand. 2 cards in Devin's hand, and an enormous advantage now in this game for Matthew, I would say.
That's what I did first.
More and more expensive. It kept going up a little bit price wise. But then after COVID, because the economy is so shitty in China, everything's cheap now. The exchange rate went down, but it's still like everything is like more developed. So everything like compared to like when I'm still there, is going down like 20-30%. So you go to these various things. Oh my god, that's such a good deal. I had a my girlfriend and we went to Tito-Ba, like the art village. Yeah. And we had like a full meal there, and it was we had like 4 dishes.
El Tazi in the chat says the best part of this blue-black deck is not only is it absurdly strong, it's super difficult to play against between the attack axes and D's Force of Will. Yeah, I mean, it's using it's using many of the most powerful cards in Legacy all in one deck. You know, Entomb, Reanimate, Daze, Wasteland, Force of Will, Ponder, Brainstorm. You know, if you just like even forget all the new cards, they're just like it's like an all-star team.
Yeah, bro, it's so cool. So I guess now you're just like you haven't really started, or you're sometimes playing, or you're trying to start yet.
Yeah, now Frog as well. But Devin's still battling here. Here's Shuko on the stack.
There's some.
We've seen a couple of games with Devin playing this breakfast deck on stream today, and I mean, if if I personally am going to bet on a breakfast player, I'd bet on Devin. Devin's been doing really well with this deck. Almost every event makes the top 8. You know, Bowmaster meta. What Bowmaster still make top 8 with breakfast? This is not over. Not in my mind.
18, you're right, yep.
Okay, we're reanimating a Troll of Khazad-dûm, which buries us a little bit further.
Yeah, so here there's cascading around. The pool is shallow.
Just the 2 in hand? 3 cards.
Door. Sorry, what is circus going?
I feel weird. Like, this is like really like American food, but it's like more. Yeah, you see these restaurants.
Just the 1 in hand?
Just 1 card in hand for Devin, who is close to out of time. I believe at this point, Matthew's hand is Force Frog. All right, game 1 goes to Matthew, it looks like. Up a game. Reset the life totals and all that. All right, Devin will be on the play here for game 2. Play draw could matter quite a bit.
See it pretty well. I feel like we shouldn't stay separate from the other two.
Yeah, the Wizard Cycling card, Step Through, not really getting much play recently. It's kind of been cut for the deck for now, for the most part. I haven't seen it much.
Well, I'm assuming the rest of the room is like outside this entrance that we climbed in.
All right, Flooded Strand, pass the turn. It's getting cracked, and we're going to surveil.
A larger hallway was 20 feet wide.
Yeah, there were a couple of Nadus in this event. Devin has Nadu in this deck.
There's maybe a chamber.
What did I play against in this event? I was playing Maverick. I played against... Oh, man. I remember one round I played against Dredge, which was interesting. Played against Grixis Delver, played against... Maybe I'm getting old, I can't remember.
Yeah, okay. Alright, let's
Oh yeah, I lost to Matthew actually on the right side of the screen in round 1.
The founder of my company was one of the first generation investment bankers that like when we started, like in the 90s. The first like and then his team went into private equity for like his junior.
I forgot that I lost to Matthew in round 1. Maybe it was blocked out of my mind. All right, my camera shut off there for a minute, but we are back. Cephalid Illusionist was surveilled into the graveyard.
And step on cycle throw.
Okay, cycling Troll of Khazad-dûm on end step.
6 cards in hand? I think so. Yep, 6.
6 cards in hand, I believe, was just announced for Devin.
Wasteland, meticulous archive?
Wasteland targeting Meticulous Archive.
Second main. Second main reanimate troll.
I will say though, like here, like from a eating.
All right, we have reanimated the troll.
We'll go to 18.
Okay, another surveil with hedge maze this time. Getting to filter some cards off the top of the deck. Potentially needs to now beat a troll of Khazad-dûm. Potentially. As we saw in an earlier match on today's stream, the breakfast deck, you know, sometimes you just do the combo and your opponent troll sitting on the other side of the battlefield just barely matters. Okay, throws a land in the trash. Oh, I thought he was going to shuffle for a second there. All right, so draw for turn.
So my mom was like, so my mom's called that she got.
We were, you know, we had the finals getting played in the shop that we're watching right now, and in the background there's people laughing and playing board games. These people are unbelievable.
You clearly know. You want to like try to clearly know.
Yeah, the beast is gonna get on there.
Do you have to be laughing and playing your board game right now? This is the finals.
You can't see the bottom.
No respect.
So, you see at the bottom of the pit, there's a hole in the room, and a bunch of long spheres.
All right, Devin trying to figure this out. Twitch chat trying to figure out if I'm for real or not. Swords on the trolls. Trolls down. All right. One threat down.
Directly down into all those spheres.
Okay, Dothi Voidwalker. It's good disruption against the breakfast deck. They're trying to dump their library into their graveyard and cast Dread Return and stuff like that. Narcomoebas, the whole thing. Disrupted by Voidwalker, for sure. There is the possibility of Thassa's Oracle being in hand, and all right, Prismatic Ending. No point in further explaining. I think everybody gets the idea. Voidwalker gone for now. Prismatic Ending knocks it out. Shuko.
Stairs.
Shuko is in. Another Dothi Voidwalker. Okay.
Do you want to take one of the stairs on your first set of stairs on your right?
Past you?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So that goes down some.
So continuing to disrupt with Voidwalkers. Shuko on the board, one half of the combo with Cephalid Illusionist. The other possible combo piece is Nomads and Core. Nadu is in the deck, at least one copy. Okay, here's Cephalid Illusionist.
There's a whole board in the arch ceiling.
And step up.
And directly beneath that hole, there's a bunch of hammered bronze on your set of
Okay, so we have
Undercity Sewer, Surveil.
3 cards in? 3 cards.
3 cards in hand for Devin.
There's not really here there's just this room is a round room with no other exits.
That's what I did. Okay, so it's just you fall down here. Yeah.
Is there anything interesting in the
Trigger the surveil.
Maybe.
Yeah, they can.
Put this in the yard.
They're not.
Okay, a daze into the graveyard with Surveil. Pass the turn.
it's a DC 15.
Yes, brainstorm.
DC 15 strength check to snap one free.
Okay, brainstorm resolves for Matthew. For anybody wondering why the combo wasn't happening on Devin's turn, the Voidwalker puts everything in exile rather than the trash bin. So the flashback of Dread Return or Cabal Therapy or making Narcomoebas enter is all shut off at the moment.
Yeah, you didn't notice them on the way.
But a removal of Voidwalker from the board could result in a game-winning combo for Devin. I have a feeling this game is going to be really close. Combo on the board, just needs to get rid of this Voidwalker. Land pass.
Wasteland, your turn.
I would like counter.
Right, yeah.
Wasteland on Tundra. Trying to cut off of white.
Combat?
Free dagger. Yeah.
Pass 2.
Okay, I had life totals wrong. I apologize. I think I have it right now.
It's interesting. Carefully back to the rest of the group.
All right. You fold the one, and they get a little favor.
Will this Voidwalker swing for the kill? In 3 turns, 4 turns, whatever it is. It's tough for Devin. Just needs to beat this Voidwalker at least right now. Matthew has a bunch of cards in hand, bunch of mana open. I don't think we've seen Grief yet in this match. Would have been kind of nice to just see what Devin's holding in hand. More than anything.
Redford and Scouser will be several times.
Okay, Flooded Strand could get white mana again. Just passing the turn.
Arena is like, tell me if it's safe.
3 cards tonight?
3 of them.
3 cards in hand for Devin.
Make her wait. I mean, she likes the dark.
I don't think there's anything relevant in Devin's graveyard right now.
Everybody screaming.
Good habits just to shuffle there.
Combat? 3.
Cage walled by
Pass 2.
tall stone slab.
Voidwalker, excuse me, continues to swing away. Devin has a little bit of time left. Yeah, chat feeling like it didn't sound confident about the 3 cards in hand. Maybe not. Force of Phil says, have we seen any creature block on stream today? We have. We have.
Pass 2.
Force of Phil, big fan of the block mechanic. Petty Theft on Voidwalker on end step.
And the bears and their warriors triumphantly bound.
The people of the chat are on the edges of their seats right now. This is big.
Redford will like sort of gently tip up the skull and see if it looks like a helmet.
Okay.
Something of that, perhaps.
Voidwalker off the battlefield was what Devin needed and found a Petty Theft. Is Matthew just bluffing here? Matthew has to have counter magic in hand, right?
The skull is not. It was. It's just.
Pitching a Traxa.
any interesting looking
Force pitching attracts on the petty theft. Force pitching Narcomoeba.
Force sconces, braziers, like other features in the room that seem like they might be
Force pitching. What?
Mixing up the void zones a little bit, but that's okay. Looks like this petty theft is in the clear now. Yeah. Voidwalker goes back to hand. Brazen Borrower on an adventure. No adventure token.
I assume this gray humanoid creature. That looks like it's.
Devin goes down to 3. I missed the paying a life from Force. Finds a Tundra. Combo is assembled on the board. Looks like Matthew's holding 3 cards in hand. Can't quite tell for sure. Looks like Devin's on the verge of taking game 2, just trying to make sure we don't miss anything here. All right, gonna equip Shuko. It resolves. Nothing that time. Gonna do it again. Okay. There was a Nadu. Nothing of interest there. Nothing there. Narcomoeba. Okay. That'll enter.
arbitrarily the halfway has elected.
Do it again. Nothing there. Do it again. Nothing there. Kind of hoping for a Cabal Therapy, I guess. Nothing there. Another Nadu. Nothing there. Shaman and Core. Another Narcomoeba. That'll come in. There's Thassa's Oracle. Okay, we're going to continue. Nothing. Last two cards of the graveyard. And the bottom card of the deck was Cabal Therapy.
Yeah.
Not sure I saw Dread Return, so it might be in hand. Casting an Illusionist. Yeah, there was a Narcomoeba pitched to Force. So needs this Illusionist to be able to Cabal Therapy and Dread Return. I'm not sure where Dread Return ended up. I didn't see it in the graveyard, so it might be the last card in hand. And if so, I think Matthew would be able to figure that out and know what the last card in hand is. Unless I missed Dread Return going to the graveyard. I don't think I saw it. So there's a Sephid Illusionist on the stack. It gets a thumbs up.
Select this, cast this, targeting myself.
In response, I will Brazen Borrower, attempting to bounce the Sephid Illusionist.
Okay.
I'll daze the Cabal Therapy.
That is the match.
Yeah, it was in my hand.
Round of applause, as you can hear in the background. You could throw some rounds of applause in the chat. Matthew takes it down. An excellent ending to an excellent match. Well played by Devin and Matthew. Wow. Amazing. Couldn't have asked for a better ending. That was pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you are interested in seeing when we will be streaming Next, we will be possibly live again later this week, but I'm not 100% sure. But leftover matches from the 1K will for sure be in the queue for later. Stick around for a raid, everybody. You'll get some channel points. You use them to rig polls on the following stream if you're hanging out with us. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Let's just stick around for a raid. Peace out.